somewhere.
Sweet.
All right, welcome to an all new episode of Attention Wrestling Disorder. No idea what number it is on, and I'll tell you why. I sound like crap, and I'll tell you why. I am RJ Show, the whole show, nothing but the whole damn show.
I am Mr. Chuck. That's all you need to know.
And I am the Hot Rod 521, the only person of the three of us who, luckily, Rona has not gotten to yet.
Ugh.
And the only person in the planet to watch WWE's main event just to keep it running.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you're forgetting a big part of that. Also, NXT Level Up. Because who the hell watches NXT Level Up?
That's a good show, but never mind.
I look at who wrestles on the thing. I'm like, who the hell are these people? I never heard of any of them.
Oh, like in a couple of months, they're going to be on the NXT roster, so you might want to start,
Well, the NXT, the NXT women's roster is tainted right now because
here we
they
go.
have the worst wrestler, the woman who thankfully lost her title to Deonna Purrazzo.
Who thankfully lost to Mercedes and got me huge fantasy points, so I'm happy about that.
And what's wrong with us, Chuck?
What's wrong with us?
Why are we related?
Well, besides the fact that we're all wearing red, me and you, like Mr. Hot Rod Shot over here said, we're both suffering on a recovery from the Rona.
Yep, we're the COVID brothers.
We're the COVID brothers today. Thankfully, I'm on the end. I've been mostly asymptomatic, thankfully.
The only time I needed to go into the office was the time in my day job, was the time that someone had it. And you get
that sucks.
And then you find out a couple of days later or 3 days later, whatever it was. And then at the end of the week, you start getting sick.
So
home test tells you why you're sick. Positive.
Yep.
Boom.
Pretty much same thing. A girl at my job caught it. She was out for a week, came back. I think she was still a little symptomatic. Gave it to the whole office.
Jeez.
Now here we are.
Presents. I gave you presents while I was gone.
Yeah, literally. She's cool, but
so glad I am retired. This is why I'm so glad I'm retired. Hearing these stories make me happy I'm retired.
Okay, before we get into anything other than the fact that I have COVID voice because I'm still, I still
had
can't.
A little bit the other day, but mine hasn't been too bad. I've been lucky.
A travesty has hit the fantasy world.
Oh boy.
Luckily, I did leave to take a break, and for me to come back, a wrong must be redone. I don't know.
A wrong must be corrected. I get what
you're saying. Oh boy, I can't wait to hear what this
these
wrong
COVID
is.
brains are messing with us, RJ. We're getting killed with these COVID brains.
Right.
But yes, yeah. So no, actually, I mean, I'll be honest. I personally have no issues with the girl, but I can see where.
Well, I'm not
shut
saying
the fuck up sometimes.
what, but I'm saying this. I'm saying the vote Hot Rod 21 for unified, undisputed GM of EOW, because.
But then again, that would disqualify Rod from
great again.
The only problem with that is that would disqualify Rod from competing, and then I can't beat him again.
Oh my God!
I know, but the person who, it's just the state of EOW is not fun anymore. The league is the
Hot Rod League, okay.
League is probably the best league.
I never thought I would say this, but the Hot Rod League is now the elite league.
It's been the elite league, but that's besides the point.
There was a long time where it was the farm league, Rod.
No, it wasn't either.
There's still a little kink in that league that makes it still a little bit.
You're discussing the exact same kink on both sides.
Yes. Yes.
Same cake on both sides now.
Needs
I have
to
no
be-
issues with her personally, but I can see where she rubs people the wrong way. I have no personal issues with her.
I trust me. I've gotten the complaints. I've heard the complaints, and not
Rod
just
gets it worse than both
We
of us.
need Amanda Deal back as GM.
Well, as much as I would love to
She
see
needs
that,
to,
yeah.
you know why, RJ? Because she needs to deal with it.
Yes, she does.
Such a degenerate, I
She needs
swear.
to deal with it.
Such a degenerate.
I
Name
am not a
change,
degenerate.
Oh
taking
yeah.
away a name that meant something, Strong Style League. Why? I mean, doesn't seem like a good reason for RJ Show to return.
I mean, it's her league, so I mean, she can do that.
Yeah,
Mark did it
He's
with
not
him.
gonna
Mark
even be
did it when he was
around
GM. Amanda
soon.
did it when she was GM.
If only I had the
Yeah.
time to run a league, I would have ran that league peanuts up and made it better than Rod's league.
Yeah, let's not go nuts now.
I can't. I'd love to run the league, but I'd mess it up too because I'm not like on top of everything the way
I
Rod
can't
is.
be. I can't be. I got too much going on.
Rod, yeah, exactly.
I probably
Rod
at
is
this
on
point
top
watching
of
my new
everything.
fraction of the wrestling that you both watch right now. I've been slacking on my wrestling. It's been bad.
I would ruin that league if I was in charge. So it's not my. Nah, forget
Can't
it.
keep up, otherwise I would do it. Rod, you need to get like your best confidant to run that league. You know who'd be a great league leader? Your best friend
I know. Like if he had
and
the time
your
to, I
defending
would.
champion.
If he had the time to, I definitely would ask him.
He's
Rob-
busy too.
I want Robert K to run things because
We
He
want
works, he got
Robert.
this. So yeah,
We want Robert. We want Robert.
oh my god.
I have
Come hang out
more
with me.
respect. Yeah, man. That whole angle was just an angle. I have mad respect, a lot of respect for that dude. That
Robert
dude-
K's a good guy. Robbie K, good guy, good people.
Robert K is a good guy. He's wrestled. He knows what he's doing. Yeah,
Yeah, he
and
does.
he's just Robert K.
He is.
But yeah, man. Hot Rod or Robert K for president. What?
I,
Oh,
You
yeah,
just-
that's
yeah,
your
like that,
thing,
Chuck?
like,
nah, I'm good.
I said Hot Rod or Robert K for president.
You know I gotta go for Robert K. I gotta root against Rod always.
Yeah, true.
well, I don't. Well, I root for Rob too. I'm not trying
Against
to
yourself?
What's
Good for
in
you.
both leagues. No,
Wow.
as far as like president goes, yeah.
Again,
yeah.
if you're running against him, you'd vote for him over yourself. Good for you, Rod.
I don't want to control both leagues.
You're a valiant man, Rod.
I hated when I had to do that a couple of seasons ago, and I had to take over for Mark and had to do both.
Why? And you know what, man? Like,
Let's go back to that. I like that. I liked it. I was okay with it.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah.
guess we could move on.
Yeah, it's time
And
to move on. There's no
let me
reason to
remind you-
disparage anybody.
Brian, let me remind you, one of our repeat guests moved to your league, Rod.
I know. Hey, he's happy about it. I mean, it was his choice. He had the right
Just because
to.
he wants to compete against me.
That's
And you, when
true.
you're there, he wants to compete against us because he knows us.
That's true.
And he likes Rod.
Yeah, he had
Why
he had
anybody likes
to.
Rod is beyond me, but you know, that's
Pipe down over there, you hater.
It's still a mystery.
Before I trade you to the Strong Style League again.
You done turned me to the strong side league? Ugh.
Yeah, keep it up.
There is no strong style league. That's
I'll
what
trade you back to the Boston. I'll trade you to the Boston Glow League.
I
And then
never
you'll be
have
the
and will
first
never be
person.
part of the Boston Glow League.
You'll be the first person to be able to say you've been a part of all three leagues. The
True.
Wyatt, B&G, and the Strong Style League.
I have been in. I was in the Wyatt League. I was in Strong Style, and
Yep.
I will never be in the Boston Glow League because that's a stupid name.
I would keep if I was the GM. I mean, I could easily go for Boom Club, but I'd keep Strong Style in honor of Amanda.
Amanda's got to deal with that.
Amanda's got to deal with that.
I mean, unfortunately, she has a lot going on. That's why she's not even. She took she took a season off because she's got a lot going on.
Well, we love Amanda. Let's get Amanda on this show. Let's have her on here one day when she's.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Now that we're done with talking about the league, that I may or may not return to.
I don't know what you're talking about. No one knows about the leagues. The league's fake news.
No, yeah.
All right, so WrestleMania Backlash. Go.
Yeah, that happened last week and on
Mother's
Sunday.
Day. Oh, by
Yeah.
the way, for all you, for our listeners, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
And I hope you had a wonderful
quarantine.
Easter and Mother's Day and whatever other holiday that's happened since our last podcast.
Yeah, it's been hectic the last few weeks. You got the COVID brothers with your rod. I feel sorry for you almost.
I know. Time like this,
It was just another
grateful for the
Sunday
internet.
for me, so it's whatever.
I feel great. Like, I feel good. Going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but you got yours before he got his though, so you've had more recovery time, didn't you?
I got mine on Friday, I think.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Chuck got his before
I
you
took my
did.
PCR Friday. I got the results back Saturday. They were positive. My boss told me at work, she's like, "Oh, there might have been a mix-up. Can you take a home test?" So I took a home test, and that came up positive too. So here we are. Both came up positive. So
I'm glad I work from home.
I'm envious that you work from home because I have to go to work every day
Shoot.
in the office, in a dirty office with a bunch of sick, snotty people and snotty coworkers. Who wants to deal with that?
Right?
And I like my coworkers. I'm only kidding. They're all cool. I don't like burying people I like. I like my coworkers.
Some of your customers, on the other hand, want your little story.
Patient.
Some of us-
Patience. I'm saying
Some of us
patience.
don't get to avoid that stuff by being retired and getting to enjoy the sweet
Oh,
life.
I'm sorry. It's not like I didn't like work for like 20 years, you know.
Yeah,
like-
you did. I know.
It's all right. It's okay. If it makes you feel better. I've been pulling a rod the last like 5 days, sitting home, relaxing, catching up on everything.
It's great.
I caught up on everything now. Now I'm like up to speed on like everything. Like everything I was like way lagging on, I'm like ahead of the curve now.
I'm not, because
Except for
I'm
wrestling.
still involved in the TikTok universe where it's so addicting. It's hard to like.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing. I've been enjoying them a little bit of what I've listened to, and
We got. I'm trying to get my buddy Mike, who does a wrestling TikTok, who has a wrestling TikTok community.
yeah.
And he wrestled. He was an enhancement guy for a bit in Raw. He did a match against Kane and forget who else. He also wrestled in Indies against what's the name of the dude from ECW? He'll mess you up. New Jack.
New
I'm
Jack.
about to say there are a lot of people you can say that
Yeah,
now.
New Jack. Rest in
He
peace,
also
New Jack.
wrestled
Yeah.
Maven.
Oh wow.
He's well, you know, due to an injury, he had to stop.
That's too
but-
bad.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota guy.
Minnesota guy. I wonder if you knew the Hennings and the Rude families and all those guys.
Right?
You know who the most underrated Minnesota guy of all time is?
Who?
Scott Norton.
Yeah, he is.
Because
But-
all of the rest of them like broke in and like in the States. I know, like, yes, he was in WCW, but he was best known for his New Japan stuff. Who is actually now an unofficial member of the Bullet Club. Scott Norton.
Yeah.
I'm not.
awesome.
That's kind of funny
I love Scott Norton.
because he's an NWO guy.
Yes, he was.
So that is
Yep.
funny.
You know who else was technically in both the NWO and the Bullet Club?
Who?
I mean, he was an honorary member of the Bullet Club, kind of like Norton, but was in it. Jeff Jarrett.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Jeff Jarrett also, even though I hate Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett was like in NWO 2.0. That well, yeah.
Yeah, the black and silver.
It was still the NWO, even though it was like the trashy one.
And Bret Hart was the leader of it.
Yeah, before he suffered a concussion that
The one time Rod liked the NWO because Rod was so anti-NWO.
I was suffered like with outside of Bret and Sting, I did not like the NWO.
Like, how do you hate the NWO? It was the greatest thing ever in wrestling.
Yeah, no.
I find myself being like Rod sometimes.
How so?
Like I was watching a match
Yeah.
and I see the guy turn his back because the other guy's distracting him. And then the other guy's about to attack him. And I'm like, dude, why are you turning it? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because it's planned.
Right. But Rod acts like it's real.
Yeah, and that's what. And I started
Oh,
doing
boy,
that.
boy, you guys
Man,
must be
stop
joys to
myself.
go watch movies with. Let
Did I
me
ever tell a
you.
story on here about the time I went to the 1996 Survivor Series when I was 10 years old? Did I ever tell this story on here?
No, I don't know. Go.
Oh, because I'm convinced I met Rob when I was like 10 years old at
Oh
Madison
my
Square
God,
Garden.
such a degenerate.
1996 Survivor Series. So I'm in like, we're in the upper areas because, I went with like my mom and my uncles took me. And it was a lot of fun. And there's a guy in front of me and he's getting so bent out of shape and pissed off and worked up and just yelling and shouting. And he was probably about 16 at the time. And it was just like, you could just tell he was one of those like, I guess his parents never told him it was fake kind of things. And I'm now convinced years later that it's Rod.
Oh my God, such a degenerate, I swear.
I'm
It's
convinced
not.
that.
Never say the F word.
Never say the F word.
It's planned. It's scripted. It's not fake.
Oh, did I expose
Yeah,
business? Sorry, guys. Sue me. I'll leave myself out of here. I'm kidding.
Such a degenerate.
Well, Rod thought like these guys are actually beating each other up. I watched it. It looked just like Rod. I think I have a snapshot somewhere in my photo albums.
Oh my God.
I'm convinced it was Rod. I've
Uh-huh.
never met anybody like Rod in my entire life, but this guy was just like Rod. And I remember that from 10 years old. That was 25 years ago.
I want you to say fake to Sean Spears and Tyler. The fuck's his last name? Tyler. Gorgeous.
Oh, Tyler Breeze.
Tyler, I want you to say it to both of them, and they'll chop the shit out of you like they did to Chris Van Vliet.
As they should. It's not really fake. I'm breaking chops.
I know.
I'm sure that either one of those guys could beat the piss out of me in real life. I get it. I'm not really a tough guy. I'm just a ball buster. I break Rod's balls, but I know Rod would beat the piss out of me in real life.
So what was the result?
Fight. Rod would kill me in a fight. I know that. But I'd like to break Rod's balls because it's so easy.
No, he wouldn't.
Rod would destroy me in a fight.
No, he wouldn't.
I mean, he's getting a little old. He's a little out of shape, so maybe not now, but this heyday.
Oh, no, this is my heyday. Forget about it.
Rod's all out of shape now. He's still torn.
I
Destroy Rod, but in my not heyday, I'd destroy Rod. So.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
Oh yeah, but
all joking aside, no. When you're in the military like that, they train you to fight. So if I was to sucker punch Rod would know how to counter my sucker punch before I even could sucker punch him.
Probably.
So I can't even play that card with him.
It's too bad. Like Rod, were you how come you never became an MP?
Never wanted to.
Isn't that where you really get to get down and dirty and stuff?
Well, depending, if you really want to be on the front lines, you'd be like infantry.
Yeah. Yeah, but military police, they really get. I don't know.
They do on post shenanigans.
Yeah.
If you read the Jack Reacher books, he got to do a lot of stuff as an MP, but that was a book.
Yeah.
So
let's get on topic, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We don't have Mannix here to moderate. We don't have Mannix here, so we got to do it ourselves. So that means
good luck with that.
I know, right? I'm the worst.
I
think Rod's a better moderator than me somehow.
What? All right. So,
Rod, why are you muted, bro? Why are you muted?
Is he on the phone or something?
Rod, you're muted. What are you doing? I'm going to ask you to unmute. I don't know if that did anything. Oh. You on video? All right, we'll carry on. He'll come back.
What's going on?
I don't know what Rod's doing.
Maybe he's on a phone call?
Who knows?
So we always say we're not, oh, you know what? I've done that and you guys have carried on without me. So yeah,
well, he'll be back. So let's avert and focus now. So there's a lot to discuss.
Let's start with what's happened on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Backlash.
We could touch on that first. Get that going. Get that.
Two good matches, in my opinion.
Some good, some bad. But that's But WrestleMania Backlash has always been that to me, even when it was just Backlash. Here's my problem with Backlash. This is going to be my disclaimer before we go into the whole thing. Here's my ultimate issue with Backlash as a whole.
Okay.
Call it Backlash, call it WrestleMania Backlash, call it Vince's Backlash, whatever you want to call it. Here's my issue with it. And I know we had this conversation in a text, but here's my take on it. It never does what it's supposed to do, I feel. I feel like it's supposed to be that aftermath of WrestleMania, and it's supposed to, if WrestleMania didn't finish it, Backlash should. But that doesn't happen either. You're still going on these feuds. It's like nothing new. It's like you're just beating these feuds to death. Like, I liked the Cody Rhodes and Rollins match. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins had a great match. I loved that match. It was one of the best matches on the card. But we've seen it now. It's been done, and you've had Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins twice now. What do you think is going to happen if they wrestle a third time? You already seen it twice. What do you think is going to happen next time? Same thing. It's not doing anybody any good. So it's just, I feel like they never really.
Yeah.
It's a way of them to drag out the WrestleMania brand.
Yeah.
To make more and more money off of it, but it devalues it because you're putting more emphasis on an event that happened.
Not only that, even though I get why they ended it that way, and I'm sure everyone involved in that match was on the same page, but we just saw Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins with a cheap finish. But because Rollins was going to do that anyway, yeah.
It was just he fought fire with fire. Like, I can kind of understand the finish.
Yeah.
I kind of understand that finish. I get it. So, like, I'm not that upset about the finish because I get it. It's the fighting fire with fire thing. I can't fight that. What I will say, though, is I'm trying to think what else other matches happened. I'm just, like, brain farting because I was like, that was what, Sunday? Yeah. So I was like my second day of quarantine. So I was just like whatevering that day. So I feel like my brain's been in the fog the last like 5 days because I haven't done anything.
I mean, a certain person was not on the phone unless it's an emergency.
Let him
knows all the matches.
I'll put them up. I can't remember. My brain's.
What was the match in between Edge and AJ? Because that was the third match.
Yeah, that was a great match.
There was another match though. What the hell was it?
Was
it a tag match?
I'll tell you what it was. Hang on.
All right.
I'll tell you. We'll go down the card because I'm brain farting. Rod memorizes this stuff because Rod's retired and Rod doesn't do anything. I'm kidding.
The Edge and AJ match was pretty awesome. You know, they kept going back and forth.
Yeah, it was cool. So, okay, I got the cards. So, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins was a good match. I liked it. The finish was cheesy, but I get it. It was the fight fire with fire thing. I get it. Where's Roddy?
They're going to continue it. You saw that on Raw.
Right.
With the whole theory thing. And if Cody won the U.S. title, cool. And then he could win the big one. Even cooler, but because he's never won them all.
Right. And I think that was the whole thing. All right. So what else happened on the card? Almost beat Bobby Lashley.
Oh, that was the one.
I didn't care for the match. It was kind of a snooze fest.
Yeah, you know what? It was a tit for tat, though. Like, you know, Bobby wins the first match, almost wins the second. But do you think Seth Rollins should have won this match?
What happened?
I think maybe Seth Rollins should have won this match.
It would have made more sense for him to win it, so at least you have that. But again, they're still going on that. Let's make Cody look strong as he's fresh back.
Yeah,
I think Cody's going to win Money in the Bank too.
I don't see why not.
I'm trying to see what
Alexa, turn on weather alerts.
Yeah, so next match was Styles and Edge. That was a good match. I like the new faction. I like that Rhea Ripley's in the faction. I think it's
but let's talk about that because there were rumors from other people that could have been Finn and maybe Alexa Bliss, but you know, and it seemed like they were gonna, like, the other person I was talking to was dismissing that Rhea, like, that there were rumors that dismissing Rhea was gonna do it, but nope, it was Rhea. Oh, just like what was predicted.
True.
It was great that night, but the next night, yeah. I'm now, the fans did this and that, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, now I'm going to go after Liv Morgan. I hate to say it, but it's always been the case. One of the worst promos in the women's division.
It was, I mean, I get the promo, but I wasn't crazy about it. I liked Edge's promo. What?
She's just horrible at promos.
I liked Edge's promo. Damien's was okay. Rhea's was the worst of the three. I get what they're trying to do with her. I'm happy she's a heel again. I'm happy they finally are doing that, but we'll see.
She was technically a heel before she attacked AJ, though.
Technically, but she solidified it with that. She solidified it for the angle that she's getting into, so it like kind of worked. They did again, it.
If you remember her Memories promo as the NXT champion,
she was a heel then too.
Horrible.
Yeah, no, her promos weren't good in NXT. No, her NXT and NXT UK promos were both trash. Ronda Rousey beat Charlotte Flair, which, whatever.
Well, I wanted Flair to win because I just don't see Ronda staying. But the only reason I would see Ronda being a champion is if she were to go up against her buddy Shayna.
That would be the only thing that makes sense for that. Otherwise, I don't want to see it. Because again, Ronda doesn't need the belt. I get, the only reason she won those is because Fox wants Ronda as champion for their show. Because that's what Fox is paying the money for. So that's what they want. So if Fox wants something, WWE is going to give it to them because they're paying the money for it. So I get it. I knew Ronda was going to win that match. I was thinking that Charlotte was going to go into another program, but I hear she's taking time off because she's getting married to Andrade and stuff like that. So
you think she'll just leave and join the HFO?
Definitely not.
HFO?
No, definitely not.
She'd be a good addition to the AFO.
She would be a great addition to that, but she's not going anywhere. She's got a cushy job there. She's set.
After we do WrestleMania,
yep,
I need you to say a keyword.
Okay.
Or I'll forget.
Okay.
Stu Grayson.
Hold that thought, and yes, we will get there.
No, I need you to say that after we're done with this review.
Yes, this is going to be the ADD COVID brain episode. We're calling this episode the COVID brain episode.
Okay, I like it. But yeah, because
brain, WrestleMania Backlash episode.
COVID brothers. Yeah.
COVID brothers, the COVID brain brothers.
But yeah, because I feel that anyway, Stu Grayson is the keyword. Do not forget it.
I got you. My COVID brain is not that bad.
What was the next match we had?
It was a short card. It was only the other two matches. It was Bad Cat Moss and Happy Corbin, which was my piss break.
Why the hell? I don't know. So they wanted to make Madhat Cap a face now because he won the Andre the Giant. Why couldn't he just do it as a heel?
I don't understand what they're doing with that. I don't care.
My voice is awesome.
What?
My voice is awesome.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Mine's great too. It's great.
Yours is better than mine. What are you talking about?
Mine isn't really there anymore. It was a little more like that the other day, but now it's like normal.
Yeah.
It was a little coarse yesterday, but today I woke up fine. I was like, okay.
So did Rod message you?
No, I messaged him. I have no idea where Rod wound up. Let's call him. Let's get him on the phone.
It says, that was at 5:30.
Let's find out where he's at.
Yeah.
Let's call him.
Yep.
Let's call this kid. He may not answer. I have a feeling his phone died.
You think?
Calling Hot Rod. It's right there. Could be. This calling for some good entertainment, though. I got to tell you. I don't know where this kid's at. even though he's way older than me by like 100 years. Old man Hancock.
That would make me 103 years older.
Maybe.
I'm
You guys are just way older than me. I'm sorry. I'm young.
I'm 2 years older than him.
I know. And I'm like 7 years younger than you.
All right, so what was next? What was next?
Yeah, he's not answering.
Madcap Moss
And then
ended the way it should have ended, but I don't give a damn about Happy Corbin.
I never liked Happy Corbin. I don't like Madcap Moss. I think they're both terrible. I think it's trash. And the main event was just the Bloodline against McIntyre and RK Bro.
Such a bad main event.
You know what? It wound up being you know what? No, I actually thought the match got better. At first it started slow, but it got better at the end. So I didn't completely hate the match.
But there was no reason for it.
No, what they should have done, I think it was
that SmackDown match.
It should have been on SmackDown. It should have been. What should have been is they should have had that match on SmackDown. They should have had McIntyre, Roman for the title and the title unification. But I guess they opted against both. I guess they don't want to make McIntyre look weak and they don't want to unify the tag title. So there's your decision. WWE does this thing where they back themselves into a corner with things where it's like they got to on the fly make these like quick decisions to like fix it. It's stupid.
I feel like Drew's, well, then again, if Drew McIntyre doesn't beat Roman Reigns, they're going to do Cody Reigns if they don't do Cody McIntyre.
I think Cody's going to be the one to take it because it's the only thing that makes sense right now.
Yeah.
It's literally the only story that makes any sense. So what I think what they'll probably do is it'll probably be, I have a feeling Cody will win Money in the Bank and eventually cash it in on Reigns. But they got to do it right because I feel like if they just have him cash it in, then it's just like, and you have him lose on a cash in like that, that's just so like,
that's
such a weak way to do it.
That's bad. They're not going to do that with Rhodes.
What I think they should do if they're going to back them, I mean, this is to be seen, but if they do that, what they should do is have him cash in, win by disqualification on the cash in, and then the rematch, he comes back and he beats them. That's what, if they were smart, that's what they would do.
You do realize Cody's got that book power now.
Yeah.
Even though he's now in WWE and he's got that, he's got that. I call, the writer.
They're giving him a lot of freedom.
It's the writers will come up. Cody, oh, that's cute. Okay, that's cute.
Right.
But here's how we're really gonna do it.
Probably.
He's got that Jericho power now that he had at AEW. But he knows what he's doing now that he's been on the other side.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like he's got an intelligence to things that he didn't have before. But also what's good about him is that Vince will admit this, but Vince loves that Cody had all that stroke because now he can like build a main event because Vince is that kind of guy. If he sees where he can take that name and build it, he will. I just hope he doesn't bury Cody for it like he's done with other companies. Because, Sting has a worse record than the Brooklyn Brawler in WWE as far as wins and losses.
Yeah, true. I don't think, he's never won a match in WWE.
He's 0-4 in WWE, Sting. He never won a match. Much to Rod's chagrin. Rod would be very upset if he heard this right now.
He's only had 2 matches.
What? He's only had 2, right? Yeah, he had the one with
Triple H.
And the one with Rollins. Yeah, true. He lost them both. Good point.
Such a shitty WrestleMania match, too.
But you had DX and NWO help him out.
Exactly. That was stupid.
It was beyond stupid because it was like lame.
They did not need that. I get it, what they were doing, and keep in mind, he was, so he was in the NWO Red and Black Wolfpack, but he was not, but he had a rivalry with Hogan. Anyway, I could go deep into this, but next match.
But that pay-per-view's done. That was the 6 matches. That was it.
That was it?
That was the whole card, 6 matches.
We covered them all?
Yeah. Okay. That quick.
Wasn't there a tag match for the women's title or no?
No.
Okay.
No. So, but because we were discussing Cody and where he came from, is AEW, we could segue into your boy Stu Grayson.
Okay, so now there are all these guys that are not that great and that are on Dark a lot. I don't understand why Stu Grayson, part of the Dark Order with Evil Uno. I mean, I don't understand if it was him or if it was just them not wanting to. They said, if I read a report that said they just couldn't come to an agreement.
I could see that. I think what'll happen is Stu Grayson left. He probably left on okay terms. He probably just.
What?
All right. Oh, I just got a word from Rod, so Rod will be back in a minute.
What happened?
He had to reboot. He had some issues with his laptop.
Oh,
Technical issues from Rod. We'll half retouch. What we'll do is we'll kind of half backtrack when Rod gets on.
Yeah, we'll backtrack. But whatchamacallit? Now that he's gone, and I haven't seen Colt Cabana, but there's no thing saying that he's not in AEW anymore.
But you know what he was on? But you know what he was on last week?
GCW?
Young Rock.
Oh.
Speaking of Brooklyn Brawler, he portrayed the Brooklyn Brawler on the show Young Rock. Rod, get back on here so we can have these discussions. Because me and Rod are probably the only 2 people in the world that watch Young Rock.
Now I have to watch Young Rock again. I stopped watching it, but I got to watch it again.
It's good. I watched last night this morning. It's pretty good. It's been enjoyable. I think it's a good show. I like The Rock. I know Rod's like, man, shoot, he's a sellout. Man, shoot.
I like The Rock. I've always liked The Rock. But even when I actually, I did go against him when Brock Lesnar was facing him. And I was
don't tell Rod that. Rod loves Brock Lesnar.
I know. Rod is Rod's favorite wrestler is Brock Lesnar.
Yes, we know that. And we'll wait for him to come back in to tell him that. Now, but going back to
because you got guys like George Joel, who I don't, he's speaking in his, and what is it? He's from India.
George Joel's pretty good. He cut a weird promo against Matt Hardy last night and how he did nothing for him.
Yeah, but he did it in another language. I mean,
that was good. It was good. It was a good heel move. I liked it.
It was, but
the hot rod is back.
The point is, I'm just wondering if they're going to build him up to anything.
Oh, okay. So perfect. We can backtrack before we hit up about your boy Stu Grayson. So Rod, while you were gone, we discussed the whole WrestleMania Backlash and realized it was sad there was only 6 matches.
Yeah. And only one of them was a title match.
Yeah. So we kind of said our thoughts. Rod, enlighten us on what you felt. Run down the card for yourself, how you felt about each match on the card.
Yeah.
Cody Rollins, very solid match. I think WrestleMania might have been better, but solid match between the two.
I would agree with that.
The same with Edge and AJ.
That was a good match too.
That was a great match.
I like that Rhea Ripley joined the faction.
The rumors have been flying for weeks as she was, though.
What'd you say, Rod?
The rumors have been flying for weeks as she was supposed to.
Yeah, it was a rumor, but apparently it was true, so that's a good thing.
There were like other rumors to infiltrate that rumor. Finn Balor or Alexa Bliss.
It would have been cool had Balor double-cross Styles, but I think they're really running with this AJ Styles Finn Balor faction. But they work well together, and it's fitting because their history, because they're the OG2 leaders of Bullet Club.
Unless Kenny Omega comes to WWE.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Neither do I. But I'm just saying, you put all the Bullet Club leaders in a faction together.
It would work, though.
Oh, another key word. Another key name, but we're not doing it yet. Still got to go back to Grayson. Kota Ibushi. Don't forget it.
I got you on both names. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get to the scene now. Guess my boy Lashley got screwed.
Yeah, that was a
No, we
shitty
didn't.
match. Did you expect anything else, Rod? You really thought that he was going to beat Omos?
Oh, again, yes.
No, they needed to do a Lashley 1, Omos 1. Why not?
It's all right though, because Lashley will make it up for me on Raw Monday when he beats him in the cage.
We'll see.
The I Quit match. That was a killer I Quit match.
Wrong person
The
won, though.
only reason. Go ahead, Chuck.
I'm just saying wrong person won.
No.
Wrong person did win, but did she? Because if they do this right, they have to put Baszler as the
The
opposition.
only reason it would make sense. Otherwise, it makes no sense. You know what it was? It was a mercy move. It was Fox going, we want Ronda Rousey as our champion because she's a name and she'll put eyeballs on the product.
That and the fact that Charlotte's getting married this summer, so.
What?
Charlotte's getting married to Andrade this summer, so she's taking time off.
I know she's gonna leave WWE for AEW and join the AFO.
Definitely not going to happen.
Yeah, about that.
Definitely not. I hate to,
that's Vince's golden girl. Like, he give her whatever amount she wants to keep her there.
I hate to shatter your ego, and I hate to agree with Rod, but he's actually not wrong, Mr. RJ. I got to agree with Rod on this one. Sorry, it's a rarity, but I got to agree with Rod on this one.
I was joking.
I know. But this one I got to agree with Rod on. And I don't agree with Rod on anything.
Like, yeah, we rarely do. Oh, the main event was a great main event.
It picked up. It was fun.
I was surprised the Bloodline won though. I thought for sure they were going to have Drew and them go over.
I didn't think
that was the SmackDown main event.
It should have been the SmackDown main event. They should have had them two separate matches. It should have been Roman against McIntyre with McIntyre losing, and the unification of RK Bro and the Usos.
Which I found out now, those titles are definitely not getting unified.
That's why they did that. That's the only.
Not even that. Did you see Raw Monday?
Yeah.
When RK Bro came out, they said they want the SmackDown titles. They've already said those titles. So if that match does happen, it's gonna be like a DQ finish or something.
You know what I do like? That they're kind of dancing around. Speaking of that, though, you know what I am happy about? They're dancing around the Street Profits getting a heel turn. I like that.
Oh, you mean babak, bak, bak, babak, bak.
Yes.
I would say they're more tweeners now than they are heels.
They'll be heels.
Robot chicken, baby. Robot chicken.
I know.
That's who that is.
Did I miss any matches? No, I think I got them all because it was only.
That was everything. It was a quick rundown. That's why we kind of were able to do it while you were rebooting.
I can definitely say while shuffling down, Under Siege was better than WrestleMania Backlash.
You know what he didn't say?
What didn't we say?
Rod didn't give you his opinion on Moron versus Moss.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no one cared. Snooze.
I was happy Madcap got the W there. He needed it. I was happy he got the W.
Madcap is trash.
Better than Corbin's ass.
They're both trash. Saying Madcap is better than
I can't say that too loud though because Derek's watching. I'll hear it from him later.
Who's watching?
Chuck's bestie.
We're already going to hear about something from someone, so it doesn't matter.
Chuck's bestie. He's like a huge Corbin fan.
Oh, yeah, he won't care. He knows I hate on Corbin. I bag on Corbin all the time. He knows already. He knows I bag on Corbin because Corbin stinks.
All right. So, Rod.
What up?
The Dark Order is still intact, yet Stu Grayson is gone from AEW.
See, now, that's a good point, and this is the difference. He didn't get released. His contract was up, and he didn't resign. That's the difference. So before anybody's like, oh, well, AEW let go Stu Grayson and Marco Stunt. No, their contract was up, and they didn't get re-signed. It's different.
I heard that Marco Stunt, they did.
I heard he asked to be released, and then they let his contract run out, and that's what happened.
Marco Stunt asked to be released?
I think he asked to be released, and they didn't give it to him, but his contract was up anyway, so he just opted not to renew.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those. I think we're going to see in AEW more than WWE is. Rather than seeing releases, I think you're going to see more of like contracts running out and them not being happy for being misutilized, and they're just going to leave when they're done.
I
But
mean, think
some
about
of
it.
the
Like,
Janela
it
did
sucks
it.
because like now
Bunt
AEW's
did
got like
it.
such a loaded roster, so
But that's the,
Janela.
but here's where AEW is going wrong now.
But
That's where
Big Swole, according to Tony Khan, he chose not to renew that contract.
with Swole.
Yeah.
That I heard. Yeah, so,
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot I heard about that. Like,
there's a lot behind the scenes with a lot of
Yeah.
this stuff. But I feel like so far it's more of they're not releasing them; they're letting their contracts run out, and they're either opting
and
not to renew them,
I'll
or
say this. Let's
the
just say
wrestlers
for
themselves
all,
are opting not to resign.
yeah, let's just say for all intents and purposes, these superstars was getting released. They don't have AEW don't put 30 or 90-day no complete clauses in their contract the way WWE does.
Well, that's because WWE wants to keep it contained. AEW lets their wrestlers wrestle indies and shit too.
Yeah, no. Same with Impact.
So
All these other companies does.
they can
except for
work
one
the next
company.
day. Let's
Here's
say,
another problem, though. What the hell's going on with Miro and Cage? Because they're letting guys like Stu Grayson go, but they're not putting these two behemoths on TV, and they're doing other shit.
Well,
Why
after that
aren't
last
they-
pay-per-view, I got a feeling like once they give Ring of Honor a TV deal, you'll see Cage on TV more.
Is that a thing that they're going to get a Ring of Honor deal?
Yeah, he's looking for network to get Ring of Honor.
Oh, he's trying to put. Is that what he's trying to do?
Because they're
I feel like the way I mean, maybe it's just with time they're trying to introduce now, but I feel like they're just bringing all the guys onto AEW. He's basically doing the Vince thing with Ring of Honor.
What is it? They either try to get them a network, or from what I've been reading, a lot about like a streaming network, like an HBO Max or something, to get Ring of Honor and put it on there.
That could be cool. That I'd be into. Because I love Ring of Honor, and I'm sad that it's not really Ring of Honor. It's
Who would be in Ring of Honor, though?
You mean besides the champs?
I mean, besides who would be in Ring of Honor? I mean,
it'll probably be like the Ring of Honor regulars, and then like they'll probably like have guys go back and forth.
Yeah.
How cool was it, even though he was wrestling heel? How cool was it that Tony Deppen was on?
Yeah. It was awesome seeing world famous CB.
Yeah, the week before.
Even though he was going by Cheeseburger, not world famous CB, which made me happier.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chuck's favorite wrestler jobbed last night in the first match.
Which one? I forget which match it was.
I forget who he fought. Oh, it was to Lethal, actually.
Oh, you talking about Jake something?
Yep, Jake Nothing.
Oh, right. I forgot that was him. That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
You know what? I don't understand.
I just don't watch Impact. I'm sorry.
Tony Khan is like a fan of wrestling. Why wouldn't he have the commentators give a better story for what's Rex Titus?
Rick Titus.
Because what story does Rick Titus have?
Like,
Well,
they
he was
didn't
the
say
former Ring of Honor
that he was a
television
Ring of
star.
Honor guy. Same thing about Cheeseburger. Or
They're
maybe
not, well, that's the problem. They're not acknowledging this. That's my other point. That's why I'm concerned about it, because I feel like they're not even acknowledging them as Ring of Honor guys. They're just acknowledging them as guys debuting in AEW. Like, we all know they're Ring of Honor guys, but the common audience doesn't know that because the common audience doesn't watch Ring of Honor. Here's the thing about AEW, and I was actually having this conversation in one of the groups I'm in last night.
Yeah.
AEW is in a weird spot. Here's my perception of like current US state wrestling. Pre-Ring of Honor's hiatus, I felt like Ring of Honor was the wrestling company in this country. WWE was the entertainment company in this country. And AEW is like kind of trying to do both, but they haven't figured out a way to do it right. So it comes off awkward on both ends sometimes. I still love AEW. That's not a knock. But like sometimes when they try to do it, it's still awkward to me. Because they're trying to make it like they want to, because he wants to, Tony Khan desperately wants to compete with WWE, but he needs to be an entertainment company to compete with Vince.
And this is my thing too. Like, as good as AEW is doing right now, and it's doing very good, let's just face facts here. Anybody who says it's not obviously didn't see those 2021 PWI awards.
AEW
But
awesome.
It's only been 3 years. Like, you're not going to take out WWE in 3 years. It will not happen.
It's not going to happen.
If they are going to take out WWE, it's not going to happen in the next 10 years.
There is an entertainment factor who will hopefully be better. Right now, he is better than that that hack R-Truth.
What?
We in AEW we have Entertainment Housing.
Oh my god.
Housen's awesome. Danhausen's great.
R-Truth's the man.
But he is
You can't even compare the two. Like I don't like R-Truth like that, but you can't even compare the two if you wanted to. Like they're both
I'm
like
not comparing. I'm saying he's R-Truth is there for the entertainment comedy, but he's a joke.
but they're making it Danhausen to be a joke too. But I love it, Danhausen, so I don't care.
But Danhausen is supposed to but Danhausen.
But so is Truth at this point of his career.
R-Truth is making 6 figures a year to
Right?
be an ass clown.
What
I
is
wouldn't be upset if I was R-Truth.
Ways like that.
If I could make R-Truth money to do the same thing, I would do the same thing.
Right? He's like 50 years old. He's still like going strong. Like he's like one of Vince's guys. Like
Oh no, R-Truth is like one of the guys. Oh yeah. No, R-Truth.
He's got all these dumb things.
I
If
mean,
he was a
is
guy,
he ever going to be a
he'd
world
champ.
champion again? No, but he'll always have a place with the company.
There are certain wrestlers that were world champions and were great world champions in other companies, but because of the way WWE is tailored, they'll never be a world champion. Like Robert Roode, never going to be a world champion. WWE. Sorry, guys.
Nah.
Don't look for it. Don't expect it. He's never going to be a world champion. Sorry.
I don't understand
You
why.
have a better chance of the Rangers winning the Stanley Cup this season over Robert Roode winning the title.
Oh, you're hilarious. At least we made the playoffs. Where the Owls at?
It doesn't matter because
home on the couch.
The
so after tonight, the Rangers are going to be too, Rob. What are you talking about?
They still made it further than the Owls, but that's besides the point.
They had a better
right?
season. I'm not fighting you on that.
Are the Penguins going to win, Chuck?
No, Rangers. I mean, it would be the first time the Rangers have come back from 3-1 down against the Penguins. It wouldn't be the first time.
Penguins are going to win.
We'll see about that.
Penguins are going to win.
We'll
That's
see
because he
about
wants
that.
his Pittsburgh Penguins to win.
Oh my
true.
god.
He wants the Pittsburgh Penguins to win.
Oh god.
Oh, yes. Anything that has to do with Pittsburgh or Britt Baker.
Oh god.
Ooh, thank you. But don't forget, Kota Ibushi.
I got you covered. We haven't gotten there yet. We're segueing in.
Thank you.
Because
Because
got a lot to what's the name? Because you
with
know
the Owen Hart Cup going on, there were only 3 matches last Friday. And as far as I'm concerned, Ruby Riott already won.
Oh my god.
Because
Here we
cares.
go. Hating 101.
Is it like Rio or the annoying chick? Well, they're both annoying. So got to get the former first champion over, who's a horrible competitor.
Here we go. Hating 101.
So I don't really care. All I know is Ruby Riott's gonna win because she's Ruby Riott. No one wants Rio. Goodbye.
I only want Ruby Soho to win for one reason.
Ruby Soho. Damn it! I said Ruby Riott. God damn it.
Ooh,
He's got
COVID
COVID brain.
brain.
Let him be. He's got COVID brain. Let him be.
Ruby Soho.
There's only one reason I want Ruby Soho to win. There's only one reason.
Why?
So I can hear Ruby Soho after it's over. That's a great song.
yeah,
Well, Ruby Soho's a great wrestler.
Rancid's one of my all-time favorite bands, like ever. So like, I need Ruby Soho in my life.
Great match.
I remember when I bought that CD. Actually, true story. I remember when I bought that CD with Ruby Soho on it. I own it. I remember that. I was on a class field trip in like the 10th grade. We went to a random CD store and I picked it up, and I was so happy.
Is Ruby Soho off of Nihilism?
And Now Come the Wolves.
Okay,
It was their third album.
I have both. I got that when I was a kid, but I already
Forget the name of the first album. Let's Go is the second album, and Now Come the Wolves is the third album. It's on their
Yeah,
third.
Let's Go. Nihilism's the first single.
Yeah, Nyla's on Let's Go. That was the album before that.
But
That's the one Salvation on it.
Ruby Soho is a great wrestler. Let's not forget.
So you got Ruby versus Rio, Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter, Carl
tonight.
versus.
I need as much as I'm all about Britsburg and her little faction. I love Tony Storm. Sorry, Jack.
And Britt Baker versus whoever the Joker winds up being.
Britt Baker's
Who do
gonna
you
win.
think the Joker's going to be?
At this point, really, I got 2 possible ones. It's either gonna be Athena or Nixon Newell.
Who?
Who's it gonna be?
Either Athena or Nixon Newell.
I think Athena is who I think it is. Is Athena who I think Athena is?
Who do you
Who's
think
Athena?
Athena is?
I think Athena was at NXT, then WWE, then Raw, then NXT again.
Oh,
If you mean
Ember Moon, yeah,
Moon,
probably.
yes.
I could see that. Yeah, I think she's
Okay,
got.
so yes,
I
I
think
did.
it's okay. That's like she's going by Athena. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's was her original name on the Indies before she joined WWE. So
And who's the other one?
Nixon Newell.
Who?
You'll remember her better as Tegan Knox.
Oh, okay.
Tegan Knox. Either way, Britsburg's winning that match.
No, not against Athena.
I'm all about Britsburg and the Britsburg Penguins who are
my
going to beat the
God.
Rangers tonight.
Yeah, okay, we'll see about that.
I mean,
Let's go,
I
Britsburg.
love
Hater.
Britt Baker, and I want her to win.
Britsburg.
But you know what they've been doing, dude.
I know.
Like,
And then on the men's bracket, we got Darby versus Jeff Hardy's gonna be amazing.
That's actually going to be a good match.
Sammy, you think Sammy Shaw is going to be the Joker?
No, non-complete clause. So no.
No, he's not. His 30 days aren't up. So
Yeah, he's not up yet. Not yet. He'll
That's
come in for
not
something,
true,
but not
because
that.
He's going to be wrestling in Indy soon in Florida.
Right, but
yeah, end of
that'll-
the month. But you know, like
not Wednesday.
the first round will be over well before.
Yeah, he
Double or
just
Nothing,
got
so-
released, so yeah, he won't be. He'll be there, but not. You know, he'll probably be the Joker in if they do that battle royal. He'll be the Joker in that.
Yeah, but they are going to have a Joker.
Who knows?
for,
We might. I mean, we might get
Owen
Cesaro
Hart.
versus Samoa Joe in the first round.
Who?
Cesaro versus Samoa Joe in the first round.
You think it's going to be Cesaro?
It's possible.
That would be cool.
That would be
he,
great.
He
I'd rather
wasn't
see
released. His
Cesaro in
contract was
Japan.
just up. He did not
I
get
would still
released.
rather see Cesaro in New Japan.
Or
I'd rather him in Japan.
how about I spit this name out? Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, that's true.
I would love Gargano there. I love Gargano. Gargano's like one of the best guys in wrestling right now. He's so
Was
fun.
Gargano a Ring of Honor guy?
No. I don't
No?
think so.
No, I don't remember. No.
I don't think so.
What was he doing then
He
before?
was in Evolve. He was a big Evolve guy.
Yeah.
He's a big Evolve guy. The two of them, him and Ciampa, were Evolve guys.
But
Didn't
Ciampa
Ciampa-
had Ring of Honor time. Yeah, Ciampa. He was former Ring of Honor television champion.
Oh, he was in
But
Ring of Honor. Was Gargano in Ring of Honor? I got to look that up now.
Gargano, I don't remember.
Ciampa
But
wrestle
Ciampa,
on
yeah.
Monday?
What happened?
Did Ciampa wrestle on Monday?
Yeah, he wrestled Ali with Miz as special guest ref, and Miz fast counted him for the win.
Yeah,
Oh, so Ciampa's a bad guy now.
Yes.
he's been a heel. Yeah.
Well, it depends on what show. Like, he's a bad guy on Raw, but he's a face on main event. So.
Oh, Johnny Gargano, Dragon Gate.
Only you would know that, Rod.
Oh my God! Pipe down over there.
Go ahead.
Gargano, he was also Dragon Gate and Chikara. That's what he was.
Okay.
At PWG. He's never done Ring of Honor, but he was PWG and he was Chikara and like Dragon Gate and all that.
I'm gonna jump.
All right,
and
so let me ask you this: how would you think about this name, considering like his time with Impact, though? What if Bronson Reed is, or excuse me, Jonas the Joker? Imagine him versus Joe.
I would. Oh, I'd love.
But isn't he signed with Impact?
No, the taping he did when he what if it gets PCO and the Monster Ball, that was his final Impact taping.
Really?
Oh, so maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if he's signed with New Japan, he could still be in there. Yeah, because he's been working New Japan a lot. He's been on Strong.
I'd love for him to come be elite, man.
I have a feeling he's going to be featured on Forbidden Door because like that's another thing I want to touch on a little bit, but we'll get there.
Speaking of to get there,
Yeah, let's hit that first.
you hear about Ibushi?
Yes.
Yeah, it's nuts over there right now. I talked to
you were
Amanda
the
about
one
it.
who
It's
posted
nuts.
it, right?
He posted, I definitely thought I mentioned it in passing, but I think Rod pulled the article up. Yeah, but apparently Ibushi's
It's
trying to
nuts right now,
expose
yeah.
New Japan for like abuse, like sexual abuse and weird stuff.
Isn't like, and he said he had an argument with some guy named Kashida, not Kashida, Kashashi or something.
I think he's one of like the top. He's like one of the head honchos for New Japan. Yeah. I
So
forget
whatever,
the guy's exact name, but he's one of the head
And
honchos.
Ibushi's a big name, so whatever he got, it's got to be pretty serious.
Yeah. People value his opinions in Japan. Well, he's
Yeah.
one of their biggest guys.
Right? I mean, That's legit. For that, like that was. I mean, that's like the first biggest story on Twitter. The second is the latest Twitter beef that's going on right now.
Which is
Punk versus Bischoff.
who?
Punk and Bischoff for having basically CM Punk took jabs at Eric Bischoff, and then Bischoff came back with that he thinks he's tough in a real fight, in a shoot fight, because he can win a shoot fight, he can win a real one kind of thing. And then he was also going off about how, he thinks he's on the same level as like Hall and Nash and all them, but he's not, kind of thing.
Why did he go off on wait, that's what
I forget
Bischoff
the exact
said about
detail, but
Punk?
he went off on Bischoff about something, then Bischoff fired back, and everybody's siding with Bischoff over Punk. It's all the fanboys who are hating on Punk for being a bit little bitch, which is ridiculous.
It's like but it's like anything AEW Bischoff hates on.
Which is weird because Bischoff was welcome there with open arms and was
Right.
on it.
Well, he won't be welcome back anymore. That's for sure.
A lot of the vets are hating on AEW right now, though.
Booker T is up there.
Why?
They don't like it. They don't like the product because they became WWE lackeys. That's why.
Right, especially Booker T's horrible at like.
Especially,
but he was on that first cruise. He was on that Jericho cruise. He was on the second. Booker T was on the AEW Jericho cruise. He was there. I mean, he wasn't affiliated with AEW, but he was on the cruise.
What former? I mean, you have a few former WWE guys in AEW, like Arn Anderson. WCW, then WWE.
But if you really look at like those ex-WWE guys that are in AEW doing that stuff, they were all ex-WCW guys first.
True.
Like Arn Anderson, Malenko.
They were WCW guys more than they were WWE guys. Come on.
Jerry Lynn.
That's true. Well, Jerry Lynn really a WCW guy?
JL?
Yeah, he was Mr. JL.
Mr. JL.
Oh yeah, true, with the mask.
Mr. JL. He probably had more of a run in WWE than he did WCW, but I think he's better remembered for.
He was more of an ECW guy, I thought.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah, definitely. No, ECW is definitely. Even TNA, he was more known than his WWE run.
That's true.
He did a lot in TNA when they first started. Back when TNA was good.
Pipe down, hater. Anyway, speaking of stuff going on Twitter, what do you guys think about this whole Bill DeMott thing?
What Bill DeMott thing?
He's like petitioning to get Sonny put out the Hall of Fame.
This is stupid. I'm done hearing about this.
Yeah,
yes,
she was
messed up. Yes, she went off the rails. Like, yes, she whatever. But her contributions to wrestling have nothing to do with her personal demons. Let it be.
And my buddy Mike would fight you on this too. Whose contributions to wrestling had nothing to do with a double murder suicide?
Right, I get it. Right. It's to me, it's a little different.
Who was taken out of the Hall of Fame because of the murder that he committed on an ex-girlfriend?
He's still in there.
Yeah, he ain't get taken out.
Oh, Brooke's still in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I was told differently.
No, he's still there.
Look,
then forget that.
Unfortunately for Snuka, it doesn't matter unfortunately, Snuka got this weird pass because he passed away while the investigation was still happening. So there was really nothing they could have done to him because he passed away. So it just kind of got closed.
So did Benoit.
Well, that's totally different. Like
a little different.
He was kind of dead before the investigation even started.
You can't do anything to Benoit directly. You know who gets the brunt of it? David Benoit, poor guy. David Benoit will never catch a break in wrestling because of who Chris Benoit is.
Which is sad because he has absolutely zero to do with it.
Yeah, why? In WWE maybe, but not in AEW.
It's kind of like the Wesley situation right now. He had nothing to do with what happened with Kimber and Nash. Yeah, he's taking a brunt of it right now.
Wait, what happened?
Like Wesley right now, they're just gonna be dropping him out until they either release him or they send him to the main roster or whatever.
I thought Nash was fired.
Nash was, but I'm talking about Wesley.
Oh, Wesley.
Wesley will have his right. I mean, he's unfortunately, Wesley's a tag team guy, so he's gonna struggle as a single anyway.
And here's the other thing. Question. And when my buddy Mike, who I'd like to bring as a guest,
Whenever you want.
someone was making a point about this. Remember a very popular Texan who allegedly or did actually, it was proven that he did beat up his ex-wife.
Right.
Hold on about that. I know where you're going with that,
Deborah?
but that's not why Carter got fired. Carter got fired because of that picture of him doing the Hitler salute.
Oh, I thought he got fired for.
No, because we still don't know if he did or didn't do it or not. He got fired for that picture of him doing the Hitler salute with the mustache.
When did he do that?
And Kimberly posted it like a few weeks ago before he got fired.
So she basically
Got fired, yeah.
are they married?
She cost him.
They're in the process, I believe, of a divorce or whatever. They've been separated for a while.
Why would you do like? Do you really like? Why would you?
And he can't go back to Impact because according to her, she still works there, and they're not gonna want to deal with that drama.
They're not going to do that. He committed career suicide. He's gonna have to dig back up on the indies.
Which what I don't understand is yeah, was the picture stuff wrong? Yeah, but then this is the same company that decided to rename Walter Gunther Stark, who was a Nazi war commander.
That was bad.
Right.
Let me explain something. She, according to what I read, she forgave him for whatever he did, and what he did was wrong. If he did do it, if he did, hit her or whatever.
Problem is though, like he has not spoken on the situation at all. That's the problem. He's been radio silent pretty much about this whole situation.
But here's the thing: he hit her, and no one knew about it. But she said
He spoke up on it if it did happen.
Forgave him.
But what I'm hearing is also like I guess she found out that like him and Gigi got together, so that's another thing too.
Oh, well, because it's kind of funny. She waited until he became a champion, a two-time champion.
Because this is what they do. They do it for attention. They want to hit him where it hurts. This is what women do. They do petty shit like this.
Yeah, but you know what, though?
You know why, Jay? You know why they do this?
That he hit her? Yeah.
I already know what Chuck going with this. I already know.
You know why they do this? Because girls are bitches. All girls are bitches.
Don't you have a girlfriend?
In the immortal words of Drew Lavery.
Yes, I have a girlfriend, and yes, I was poking fun at a friend of mine in Roz.
Oh.
Shanice knows. She never met this guy, but Shanice knows the story. She hears this. She knows what I'm talking about, so it's fine.
Oh, someone said, okay, gotcha.
Even though I did jokingly do it to my girlfriend once, and she was kind of like, "Why you calling me a bitch?"
Ooh. But like again, I'm not saying it is wrong. Obviously, if he did hit his wife drunk or whatever, yeah, man, that's fucked up, and you don't do that shit. But the whole thing is, she forgave him,
right.
but the guy gets a title shot. I don't know. It's weird. Like, is it? She forgave him, and should we be okay with that? You know what I mean? Like the way society.
She's saying he did it. He has said nothing. He hasn't confirmed or denied it. He's been radio silent. So
maybe he's trying to figure out his next move. You don't know.
His partner's girlfriend, wife, has said more about the situation than he has.
And Steve Austin didn't get fired.
Of course not, because they cover that up the way they covered up the plane ride from hell, pretty much.
Rich Swann gets fired.
You mean the same way they covered up John Cena using steroids?
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, because like
same way they
if
covered John Cena steroid
he would have
abuse.
failed the wellness policy. He would have failed the wellness policy. That was the case.
You think John Cena ever took a wellness policy test?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he did. Hell, Roman Reigns has taken them and failed it. So if Roman Reigns could get busted, anybody can get busted.
I don't know.
Roman Reigns still has a job.
They protect certain guys.
Okay, but you failed you get 3 strikes with the wellness policy. You don't get fired on your first offense.
John Cena failed them all. They just did not tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What would have happened if this happened in AEW, you think they would have just
Oh no,
fired?
They would have shit
they
him.
they would have definitely questioned him about it, wasn't they? This one he wouldn't have been able to go radio silent in AEW.
No. Remember when Jimmy Havoc got busted?
Yeah.
They shit canned him immediately.
Yeah, that's the thing though. They said this is, but yeah, they.
But it turned out being, but it was
If
proven true, I guess,
they
because
would,
they let him
would
go.
investigate it. They would prove it true, and they would shit can him like WWE did. They would have done the same thing.
But was it proven true though? Was it?
I heard it was.
Or do you think they fired him to, to?
I heard it
don't
was.
know. Did they fire him to protect safe face, or was it actually? Were those?
No, from what I heard it was true that all that crap that he wasn't for, it did happen. That's why they let him go.
Yeah, I believe that.
And last time,
Because if that was the case,
that
like,
said he was a delivery guy.
yeah.
And he doesn't wrestle anymore.
Oh, speaking of what's this, Chris Dickinson might be in that same boat right now.
Yeah, I was hearing that.
What happened to Penis guy? Joey Ryan.
No one ain't gonna hire him.
He committed career suicide.
He's not a big. I mean, he's not even big enough to get Mexico right now. Like, but yeah, El Patron is back in Mexico competing.
They're all going to work in Mexico, dude. They're all going to wrestle each other in Mexico for the rest of their lives.
Well, I know because Mexico don't care. Mexico still employs Sexy Star, so they don't care. If you're a big name, they want you. They don't care about your track record.
It's a different morale.
Marty Scurll got some time down there.
Who?
Marty Scurll has some Mexico time.
I was about to say his name.
I was going to say, like, they're all down there. Skrull's there. Patron's there. Joey Ryan will be there. Sexy Star. They'll all wrestle each other forever because no one else will freaking touch them. They all committed career suicide.
They're all blacklisted. I heard like freaking Bandito had Travis Banks down there for a while under a mask.
What happened?
Bandito and his promotion down there had Travis Banks competing under a mask for a while until he got found out. He's the dude that like was dating Amelia McKenzie when she was like 17 and he's like 34.
Yeah.
Who is he though?
He was an NXT UK guy.
Yeah, the Kiwi Bustle with Travis Banks.
You think Jack Gallagher has?
I mean, I think I heard he went to MMA now.
Yeah, he's doing MMA in like the UK, I think. Whatever.
But anyway, like I don't even know how we got here, but
from Ibushi.
I don't know.
We started on Kota Ibushi, that's why, and I want to see where that goes because like I love New Japan and like I want to see where that one goes because that's
a bombshell though. Like
If he has the dirt he says he does, and that comes out, I think you're going to lose a lot of New Japan support.
Right?
How soon do you think Wes Lee gets fired and goes back to Impact and he reforms the Rascals with Trey?
I mean, at the rate they're going out, I could say within the next like probably 2 months, the release will happen.
You think it's that quick? No, they're gonna ride that out a little bit. They're not gonna let him go right away.
This is the E we're talking about.
True. They'll probably release them because they'll be like, oh, we have nothing for you.
Oh, budget cuts.
Yeah, exactly.
We have record financial gains, but we gotta have budget cuts.
Because they got those record financial gains, which has to go to other bigger names. That's why. Unfortunately, 90% of your roster plays second fiddle to guys like Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and then the brother of a nobody gets a spot in the Diamond Mine.
Even though Roderick wanted to leave and they wouldn't let him. I mean, just because you ask for your release does not mean you're automatically going to get it. Just ask Ali about that.
A lot of people ask for their release, and then they say no to a lot of guys. Some people get it, some don't.
Why can't they act out? No show events, stuff like that. Will you release it out?
Being a former police officer, Ali is too proud to take such actions.
Well, also too, here's the other thing. Because at that level, if they boycott, then they're in breach of contract, and then WWE could sue them.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, if Ali really wanted to
do that, they have definitely no show.
I would just freaking be like, oh,
they're in breach of contract at that point.
I just be like, I support unionization. That's all. That'll get you fired real quick. Apparently.
What happened?
Just say you support unionization. That'll get you fired real quick.
But then it brings you back.
If you could want to come back, not everybody's a sellout like Selena Vega.
She didn't sell out.
She definitely did.
Money?
Oh,
What's
she
wrong
Stop
with
hating on my girl, Rod. Why do you always have to rain on my parade with good
definitely-
news?
What's wrong with
sold
making
out.
money?
She sold out.
She did not sell out.
Oh, she got fired because she has an OnlyFans. Not like she was posting
What's
news on
wrong with
It was
making
Twitch,
money?
dude. It was Twitch.
No, that too. Twitch too. She had a Twitch and OnlyFans.
You know what I love about
And
OnlyFans?
then when
You know
she gets
what the-
released,
you know what the-
she talks about, I support unionization. And then she deletes a tweet as soon as Vince throws some money her way. It's called being a hypocrite and a sellout.
You know what my favorite is? You know what my favorite of all of them is?
What?
Is everyone who gets released, all the girls get released from WWE, and then they start an OnlyFans the next day. Those are my favorites.
And hey, you
I
know
know
how much
some-
money? You know how much money Tony Storm made on hers?
Point proven. I'm not complaining. I love OnlyFans.
Right? And
What's
not
her face?
complaining
Persia.
either.
What's her face? That was singing Lindy Hartwell. She
Persia Peralta.
yeah, she's
What is she
doing one.
doing now? Besides
she's got an OnlyFans.
Scarlett has one. B
I was
Fab
thinking
has
that-
one.
Would you do that? Would you go on that?
I should go on OnlyFans.
I subscribe.
To who? I'm thinking about it. But,
I might subscribe to the Jordan Grace one. She be posting some really
but
good
isn't
things.
it like a lot of money to do it?
Expensive.
Depends on who it is and how much they charge. I mean, Selena De La Renta, Alicia too, they got an OnlyFans together. They do a bunch of stuff.
Alicia Atut.
Yeah. Holidays girl.
I know who Alicia Atut is. I'm just like, wow, she actually does that.
Like, good for her.
Just because it's an OnlyFans doesn't mean you post news. Not everybody on OnlyFans posts news.
You know
what's
who
the
I
point
was-
of OnlyFans if you're not looking for nudes? Come on.
You know,
Get with the program, Rod.
Yeah.
Rod, get with the program.
You know who's really hot in WWE, and I don't know what the hell she's doing now? The
Who?
one who might have been dating Finn Balor before he got married. The one who did the backstage that Renee Young, but at NXT. She was like known for doing backstage at NXT and a lot of interviews. She had long hair.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Dasha?
Who?
It wasn't Dasha, was it?
No.
I'm trying to remember who was
The one,
backstage.
the name's like Rebecca or something, but it's not.
I think I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name. I know who you're talking about.
Really hot. She had blonde highlights at one point.
But you gotta think, man. You can make a lot. Like you
Hell's
can
her
a
name?
lot. Chelsea Green's got OnlyFans. You can make a lot of money off OnlyFans.
Katie something, right?
What?
Not Katie something. Not Katie. Damn.
Kathy. You mean? You talking about
Kathy.
Kathy? Yeah. I thought
Kathy
so.
who?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Kathy who?
I can't think of her last name, but yeah.
Oh, no, you don't. Okay, I remember her. Yeah, she was attractive, but she gone too.
You think she had OnlyFans? I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, who knows?
Chelsea Green has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, even though they denied her twice before they finally let her get one.
Really?
Yeah, they denied her twice before they finally let her get one.
Why'd they deny her twice?
I don't know. You have to ask her that because,
I don't know. I should find out. I should become friends with Chelsea Green and find out.
I know.
Eric just met her a few weeks ago and said she was really nice. So I don't know.
There's some girl. They're like, I don't know.
I love
They're
Chelsea
like.
Green. But I will say this.
I mean, but apparently, according to like Ember Moon, like if you want to get pushed nowadays in WWE, especially on NXT 2.0, you got dressed like Mandy Rose and wear like fishnet booty shorts.
It's
Because
true.
apparently NXT 2.0 is going back to WWE 2000s,
Because you
where
have
it's based on sexiness instead of talent.
because you mean the pet dog is running the whole show? Because you got the pet dog.
Who's the
booking
pet
everything.
dog?
Well, that explains why. What's her name is in NXT? What?
Exactly. The pet dog's there.
Yeah, because our former Ring of Honor champion, women's champion, who shouldn't have gotten it in the first place,
Oh, she's good.
fits
Stop that.
perfectly in NXT.
Right.
Especially if they're going back a bit.
Oh my god!
She's not on the same level as half of the women on those rosters.
Oh my god!
She's not on the same level as Deonna Purrazzo. She's not on the same level.
I will say this. Deonna Purrazzo is the state of the Knockouts division because she's the only thing good they have as far as the female goes.
Okay,
No,
that is
not
definitely
true.
a lie.
Impact
That's
is
a
garbage,
lie.
gentlemen.
You're a hater. You're a
Talia
hater.
came
They got
back,
Talia
dude.
Valkyrie and Mickey James, so that lose that point right there alone.
Boring.
Hater.
Boring.
What
Sir.
about Tasha Steele?
Who?
Tasha Steele.
Who?
Shut up.
He's being.
Who?
Don't feed into his haterness.
Who?
You're a hater.
No, seriously, who's Tasha Steele? I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
The women's champ, you moron.
He's a hater. That's why.
Oh, that was that dumb bitch with Kiara Hogan who was useless? Yeah. Next.
Oh, like a hater.
Ass. If I was a wrestling promoter, I would not sign her either.
Yeah, okay, because you're a hater. That's why.
Go down the entire Impact roster. I would sign like 3 of those guys, and that's it.
Because you're a hater.
If it makes you feel better, I would sign less NXT guys.
And what's her name has got, honestly, what's her name is doing more in NXT than she did in AEW. Fallon, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Tessa Price.
She's getting more TV time. That's yeah, she did win her first round matchup.
Some people are going to do better in WWE than they are in AEW. It's going to happen, guys. Like, I know we're very pro AEW here, but like,
I also saw that Ben Carter wasn't signed to AEW when he was with them.
No, he's just doing appearances. That's why, and that's why he went to WWE because they signed him a deal. It was
and now he's on NXT. Now he got called up.
Yeah, true, he did.
I will say that NXT UK is still way better than regular NXT.
Man, I cannot wait for tomorrow's episode. The 200th
I'm not
episode.
watching NXT UK right now because I feel like all the good people, all the good ones are on NXT. I mean,
it's actually kind of true.
NXT.
I can't argue that.
They do got to revamp their roster with all the call ups. So, but they do have great champions though.
Yeah, but what the hell's up with Fire? Adelia Fire.
Alba Fire.
Bailey Ray was a good name.
You know we're just biding time until she goes to the main roster in like a month anyway.
Because Vince put out this edict that said everybody's got to get their name changed. That like who's done anything outside of WWE.
What's his name, by the way? LA Knight, Eli Drake.
That's a good point.
I heard a rumor that he was
doing matches.
Yeah, he's doing managerial roles, dark matches, of course.
What's his name going to be?
Still LA Knight right now.
I think they're keeping him LA Knight.
Yeah.
Not MC Squared?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Yeah, apparently he was doing dark matches like a manager. I guess
his call up should be happening pretty soon.
I hope they do something good with him on the main roster.
Oh, by the way, isn't Tommaso Ciampa?
He's just Ciampa now.
Yeah, they got rid of the first name. Just like how Austin Theory is just Theory now.
But he's Ciampa though.
He's Ciampa.
They let him keep it. Out of respect for everything he did on NXT, they let him keep his last name. They ain't changed his complete name. They just
Ciampa fits him. Ciampa fits him. It's fine.
It's not Gunther, huh?
Gunther is great. I hate him as Gunther.
That is stupid. Like, what's supposed to forget?
Baby and blah blah blah. What I can't think of his last name. Not
Maybe like you're staying down at NXT. It's just Barthel and Walter, and I forget what they're calling him. It's like Ludwig something stupid. And I think it's
Ludwig Kaiser.
That's what they're calling the other guy.
Yeah.
Like Ludwig something, right?
Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser.
What
Ludwig
about
Kaiser,
the
right?
guy who was with them?
What happened?
Actor didn't get called up.
They didn't call Eichner up, and that's why they had him kind of abandon them. I think he's going to have an NXT run as a single.
Okay, Fabian.
I don't see Eichner lasting though.
I was going to say, I mean, where the hell has Wolf been lately?
Who?
When Wolf was let go of,
he might be back in Europe somewhere.
He should have.
Alexander Wolf. Okay, yeah, I couldn't think of him.
He should have got the House of Black.
He could still wind up there.
Sure. I mean, that's another thing. This dude that I gotta bring on here, he was saying how WWE's lacking factions, and then he doesn't count the 3-man as a faction.
So to him, it's got to be more than 3 people for a faction.
That's what but because there are a lot of, a lot of people are doing the Freebird stuff, dude.
That's what they do. I mean, honestly, but again, to me, to a point, those are factions.
Yeah,
right?
they are, but 3 men are considered factions, but I think Edge's thing is more faction than
I would agree.
The Bloodline.
Yeah, is that what they're? Yeah, but the Bloodline, I guess. But if
what needs to happen, you really
Naomi.
want to, you know what, you really want to capitalize on that Bloodline faction and make it
Naomi.
Okay, 2 things then. Naomi and bring up Solo Sikoa.
I said that when I was talking to Mike too.
Bring them both up. I mean, Solo Sikoa is great.
I say yes to unless they make him the North American champion. I mean, he does got a title shot coming down the line.
They'll probably
he gets the winner of Grimes and Hayes, which I believe is going to happen at the In Your House.
My point. Okay, so I have a new thought then. Okay, so what I think needs to happen is if he doesn't win that North American title, then he needs to get called up and he needs to beat Ricochet for the IC title in his first night.
And how about another person who should leave MLW and join his family in the Bloodline?
Jacob Fatu?
Yes.
He's still there, right?
I'm pretty sure he's still in MLW.
Yeah, no, now he's feuding with Duran now.
Or have him come up with Solo Sikoa and have him freaking beat Rated RK Bro. Have them beat RK Bro and have them all be the champs on SmackDown.
Make the Bloodline bigger, definitely.
Have them all be champions and have them run with those titles. You wanted to be a dominant faction?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with that is like Roman signed a new deal. He's gonna be working less days, so that probably ain't happening.
He's just cutting out.
In other words, Cody's gonna be the champion by SummerSlam.
Maybe.
I'm gonna lie, I was hoping he was gonna win the U.S. title since he never held it. That would have been cool for Cody.
I was thinking the same thing, Rod.
He'll eventually have it. Give him time. He'll win it. Cody Rhodes is the kind of guy, like, they're really high on this world title run, but Cody Rhodes.
How long is that going to be? You think they're going to give it to him and then give it away the next day? And Vince, like, I said you'd have a title run. I just didn't tell you how long it was going to be.
I could see WWE doing that to them. I hope they don't.
They better not.
But what I could see them doing with time is Cody Rhodes is the kind of guy that he's at that point now where he could be the world champion. He can run with it for a few months or however long, knock him down the cards. Then like a few months after that, have him win the U.S. title and no one would bat an eye over it. No one would be like, oh, he doesn't deserve that. They'd be like, no, that's a great thing. It's like The Miz being the world champion, then being the IC champion. No one batted an eye. No one cared. It wasn't like, oh my God, you're demoting this guy. It was, oh, okay, he's the champ. That's cool. There are certain wrestlers that have this like stature where it's like you can make him a world champion and then you can kind of get him out of that equation for a while and then put him in a mid-card and have him win a mid-card title and no one would bat an eye about it because it's like, okay.
By the way, you do realize that AEW listened to you?
Really?
How
so?
Because Scorpio made a comment in a promo that he's not going to be one of those champions, not going to play like tag with the
hot potato, yeah.
Right.
And I think
I always complain about
the main reason why Scorpio got the title back is like Sammy and Ty on vacation right now.
Actually, I got to give Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti a lot of credit. They are working the fans like geniuses because they are getting. No one wants to hear about their stupid relationship, and they're getting booed out of arenas for being this couple, and they're just rubbing it back in our face, and they're making more money with it than
get mad.
They are getting. Yeah. We are getting.
Hashtag be mad.
That's their thing.
Hashtag be mad. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm saying.
Be mad or get mad.
Be mad.
Get mad because, and again, they're such good heels with it.
I love that, but
I got feeling Sky's about to become babyface. He's about to leave America's Top Team or get kicked out or something. Especially after what happened on Rampage.
Yes, I saw it, and I was just about to say when Frankie made that comment about a blonde that what was the thing, the exact thing, something about a blonde being an annoying
about Paige Van Zandt, yeah.
Oh, and that just happens in this case to be Dan Lambert.
Dan Lambert's terrible.
But he was comparing Ty Conte to Dan Lambert.
Yeah.
Right. Dan Lambert's terrible though.
Oh, was that real, by the way, Rod?
What?
The heat between Pink, the Think Pink, and
That
Ty
is
Conte.
possible. Like, I wouldn't
Her name
surprise me if
again?
it was.
The hell's her name?
Alex Garcia.
Yeah, do you think that was like real, or do you think that was just like, Twitter?
I mean, that'd be a good question. I mean, maybe that'll wind up being a mixed tag match.
That would be interesting.
Be cool.
I'd love to see Gracia back at AEW, but in a better role.
Well, that would definitely put her in a better royal.
I
That's
don't-
for sure.
I think she's someone who's been overlooked. I think she could actually wrestle. I mean, she was trained by Thunder Rose. Oh, did they mention, and this is where the ADD or AWD kicks in that promo, did they mention that Serena Deeb already beat Thunder Rosa?
No, they didn't.
No,
The
they
fact
They didn't
that
mention
she already
that for the
beat
NWA. Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
don't acknowledge NWA anywhere. If you've noticed, any promotion does not acknowledge NWA for anything, and it's terrible.
Really? Because
They really
last
don't.
I checked, what's her name? What's her name? While in AEW was the NWA champion. Serena.
That was like the only time. Other than that, they really don't acknowledge it at all.
Actually, Thunder Rosa too was the NWA Women's Champion. Washington.
Yeah, the only time, other than that, they haven't acknowledged anything with that.
I mean,
anywhere. Impact
the
doesn't acknowledge it.
last time I remember is when they had the Buddy versus Layla Hurst, the Eliminator, to determine the number one contender for Camille for Empowered.
Yeah.
For the most part, they don't really. They do a little bit. No one else does. NWA is like I like NWA. I don't follow it consistently enough because I can't keep up. But like,
I love NWA. Yeah, that was a good show. And I'm starting to really dig USA too.
Impact needs to mention them
Impact is terrible.
because the
Because you're a
NWA
hater.
title needs to be on Cardona at all times. Anyway, what did you like about USA?
I'm saying NWA USA. I'm starting to like NWA USA. It's a good show. It's a good half-hour show.
You know what I think I need to do, guys? Just 'cause we keep talking about Impact and all that trash. I need to pee on this on air.
Oh my God! Pipe down.
I'm gonna pee on this game on air. Game was terrible. You ever play that
It,
video
it
game?
was outside Ultimate X. The Ultimate X matches were good on that game. I love that.
What
about it.
is it like? What would make you actually stop shitting on Impact? I'm curious.
Nothing.
I'm probably becoming stop being a hater.
Nothing. WWE
Okay.
buys it out and they just, use the assets and just have all their talent on TV.
Stupid about Impact is like that whole thing where that Rod knows what I'm talking about. Anytime you use fucking Rosemary, where they were in that haunted house and shit, and
Well,
they
that's the K,
what's the
I mean,
thing?
it's kind of like say they were NXT doing with that whole Joe Gacy thing right now. That whack job.
That guy's trash too.
I guess that, yeah, but I think
They're
Impact does too much showmanship sometimes when they shouldn't.
I can't get into NXT right now either. I was watching it last night. I actually sat and watched the whole thing, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, there's like maybe 4 to 5 guys that I can actually see working on their main roster because that's supposed to be their breeding ground for the main roster, and none of them are ready.
Well, I mean, no offense, when you're only giving people 90 days, it's kind of hard to get ready. When you're only giving them 90 days.
I think Bray Wyatt Jr. would be great if they do it correctly.
Who's Bray Wyatt Jr.?
Joe
Who's Bray
Gacy.
Wyatt Jr.?
Oh, touche. No, I don't like Joe Gacy. I don't think he's ready. You know who's ready? You know who I like on there? Ron Breaker, Solo Sikoa, Kaylee Ray, because I can't remember her new name, whatever Fire it is.
Abigail Fire or
Albert Fire.
What is it?
Albert Fire. ALBA. Albert Fire.
Okay. The only other good talents left what's her face? Who else? There was another one I was thinking of. Who else is it? Those 3. Legado Fantasma is actually decent and ready because they need that type of demographic on the main roster. And Tony D'Angelo would be okay on there too. I think he would work.
I think give him
They're
more
growing up.
time and experience. Somebody who's definitely if they do it right, she'd be huge on the main roster. Nikita Lyons.
She's good too. I actually like her. She's actually pretty good.
Tony D'Angelo would be perfect as the 24/7 champion. That's about it.
That's what they probably do with him.
Yeah, he's not like.
Problem with Lash Legends is like like they give her the push because like the whole she used to be in the WNBA and stuff, but she's too green.
She's terrible.
Yeah, she's
Her
horrible.
promos are funny. She's entertaining, but the girl can't work for shit.
Right? Yeah.
Nikita Lyons, hands down.
She's actually pretty good. And who's the other one? Who's the Tiffany Stratton's okay too. Nikita Lyons, I'll give you two. That I'll give you.
In-ring wise, Saray be perfect up there. In-ring wise.
Saray won't work there because it'll be the same.
I say in-ring wise she would. Like gimmick wise, no, because they give her a dumbass gimmick.
Saray and Asuka should form a new tag team. I don't know.
But that's all they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do.
I know that's all they're gonna do.
But even Io Shirai, like I love Io Shirai, she deserves to be there too. But it's just gonna be, I'm either gonna feud with Asuka or I'm gonna team with her. That's all they're gonna do with her. They're not gonna know what
everybody
to do.
was all hype about Xia Li coming up, and you see what they done with her.
Again, I've said this forever, and I'm gonna say this forever, flat out. I don't mean this in a prejudice way, but WWE does not know how to market Asian wrestlers. They never have. They never will. They never will.
Australia, please call. We'll give you what's his face back?
Grayson Waller.
Yes, we'll give you.
That guy's terrible too. I hate him too. That guy's trash too.
He is trash. I can't stand him.
He did not. That was the worst AJ Styles match I've ever seen. I've never seen AJ Styles have a bad match.
Nah, I have.
Who do you have a bad match against?
Jinder Mahal.
That actually was not as bad as Grayson Waller.
No, I think Grayson Waller had a better match.
Why are you saying that Jinder Mahal was a bad match? He's actually a good wrestler. Jinder, the former champion, yes.
Yes, no.
What do you mean, no?
No, actually a good wrestler. No, he isn't. Those matches with Nakamura were horrible.
Whatever.
Like Nakamura legitimately carried all those matches.
I like Jinder. Well, I mean, would Randy have gone? Randy put him over though. Come on.
Because WWE was trying to market India. That's why. That's why they gave him that run
title. And
Randy Orton's in the position where he could, if he could,
pretty much say if he wants to. Yeah, he can. He's been there 20 years, so he's got that stroke.
Randy Orton is still one of the best guys in wrestling currently of any brand. Forget about brand loving and brand hating. As a talent and as a wrestler, Randy is still one of the best doing it right now. There are very few guys better than Orton. What
do you think? Like Randy Orton versus Kenny Omega would be a good match, or Randy Orton versus Adam Page?
I think Orton Omega would be the better match.
Yeah.
Personally, I think
Page and Orton would have a good match. I don't think Page is there yet. Like, I don't know. Like, Page is really good. He's great as champion for AEW, but I don't feel like, I don't know. It's not like he's not there, but I feel like Hangman, it's like, it's going to sound weird. And even though he deserves to be that champion, I feel like Page's run is kind of becoming like CM Punk's first title run WWE, where it's like he needed the title more than the title needed him kind of thing, where it was like he's the champion, but I feel like he's just on the card. There are things.
Don't you worry, because that run is gonna switch over. Don't you worry. He said CM Punk.
I'm sure Punk's gonna take it.
I don't know.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
He is going to take it, because who do you think is going to take it from him?
Right. Exactly.
Okay, if he gets by Warlow, which I don't see happening.
Either way, MJF should be your next heel champion in AEW because he's ready, and it'll elevate him. It would be more believable to take it off of Hangman and Noah Benoit, but I think if he was to take it off Punk, it would give him more value.
MJF has to lose, and I'll tell you why. Because Wardlow needs to get an AEW storyline wise, an AEW contract and get out of this contract with MJF. See how I go? Contract?
Yes. No, he's gonna beat him. Well, Wardlow is gonna be a big time guy in AEW because he's a big jack guy. They love him. I do think MJF needs to like be the one to be the next heel champion because
have to.
unless Omega gets healthy and can like do it again, but Omega, but again, here's the issue. Like again, like having Jericho be the first AEW champion was a smart move because at least you had a named guy holding the title, and that made Moxley valued. And then when Omega won, it was like okay. So when Hangman won, it made Hangman. But now that like Omega got injured right after that, it was like they're making him a good fighting champion. But I feel like Hangman now is at a point where it's like what's left for him with that title, and I feel like he's just another guy in the car just holding a title. He's not really bringing much to the title anymore. Like he's a good champion.
I feel they try to build him strong like a champion, but I feel like there are other guys that people want to see more, like Bryan Danielson
or Punk. But that's who?
Keith Lee.
Here's the issue though. But here's the crazy part about that. Going back to this WWE AEW thing. Every guy you just named was the next WWE guy.
I know.
Every guy, because that's what they want to see. And that's how they're going to get the audience bigger. That's how they're going to get their ratings up.
But here's the thing. When it happens, it's going to be like, forget that these are ex-WWE guys, because when it happens, that's when AEW is going to have their real AEW champion, when MJF.
I'm hoping that happens, but again, I love MJF and I think he should win it. But I think if you're looking at it from that perspective, MJF isn't there yet where it's going to be like, who are you going to watch champion, Roman Reigns or MJF? Roman Reigns. I love MJF and I love Roman Reigns, but most fans are going to gravitate to Roman Reigns as a champion, as a heel champion over MJF. It's just, it is what it is. You're going to get that. What happened, Rob?
No, you're right. I 100% agree with you with that.
Like that's
I don't know. MJF is a piece of shit, and he is so fucking good at being a piece of shit. He is like someone who is so hated that when he has the belt, you're gonna want to see. You're gonna either love him as the champion to hate, or you're gonna want to pay to see someone take it off of him.
It's gonna be, what MJF's title run will be like? It'll be like the Miz when he had the title. It'll be the same thing. That's exactly what it's gonna be.
He is a less popular Miz after all.
He is, but the point is, give him time to become on that Miz level. He's not there yet. He's too young. He's great for his age. I'm not discrediting. I love MJF. He's one of my favorites. But I feel like, again, if you're looking from a competitive level.
Dude, Rod's Idol was too young when he got the championship. Rod's Idol when he was the next big thing.
Oh, God. You say that for...
I'm so glad he's not the youngest world champion and my guy Orton is.
Same. And then Lesnar will be working a full-time schedule. Yeah, how's that working out?
Randy Orton was the champion at a really bad time.
Yeah. I will say that Brock Lesnar was the youngest successful run champion.
Yeah.
Like, they let him really run with that title at 25. Hey, Rod, remember when Brock Lesnar ruled the world?
God.
Rod's favorite wrestler.
You mean the 1 year he actually worked the full calendar year? Yeah, I remember.
And he was the world champion for 90% of it.
Speaking of controversial, though, I mean, I think that was like a big, for people who are true wrestling fans, Randy Orton going over on Benoit was a big deal.
It was a huge deal.
Clean, too. There was no evolution interference. That was a clean one.
That's what made Randy Orton credible. The problem with Orton was that he wasn't ready for it. He was too young.
No, he wasn't.
He was also still young, and he was still pulling all his BS back then.
Yeah, he had, which most people would have been fired for.
But he's again, he's got
He
nepotism.
was a made guy. He was protected by Triple H.
I know, because he was in Evolution. That's why. If that was anybody else, they would have been fired.
Oh, you mean like how Jimmy Uso got protected with his D-Wee?
Oh, I know. Because he's
How
the
about
bloodline.
what's his name? I mean, Mark Jindrak didn't last in Evolution.
He was there for like a cup of coffee, if he in that.
Jindrak did the vignettes, and then they shit canned him, and they used Orton.
Yeah, because no.
I heard that they didn't like Jindrak. I heard they actually traveled, and like Triple H and Flair didn't like him
because they were like both of them together were goofy kids, basically. If you remember.
they didn't. Yeah, they had more. They thought Orton had more promise. That's why they put Batista in. It was two young guys who were young and
wasn't
degenerates.
Batista in there before Orton anyway, and then he got injured?
What happened?
Batista back. Wasn't Batista the third guy?
No, Orton was there first. It's just Batista was competing with them first because Orton was injured at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good faction, but like the Pinnacle is like there is no Pinnacle anymore.
Because they baby-faced FTR.
They did.
And it's just Shawn Spears and MJF after that.
I hope that FTR doesn't go back to WWE. What are they going to do there other than what?
I doubt they're going back. They're not going back. As crappy as they got treated, they ain't going back.
They've done everything though. What else could they possibly do?
I mean, the only thing else really left for them to do would be to go to NXT UK when the title's there.
True.
And they wouldn't do that. It wouldn't serve them.
I don't just mean in WWE. I mean
Impact, but who cares?
Impact, NWA.
I mean, that's true.
NWA, who cares?
They could do that now.
Now, hater.
They could do that now if they wanted to. But I'm saying
they already got 2 titles. How many more are they trying to get?
They've won 3 titles.
Belt collector.
Yeah, they almost are. I mean, they won 3 tag team titles while in AEW. They won 2 tag.
You know what they should do? I know what they should do. Stay in AEW, break them up, make them singles.
That's kind of what they're doing, isn't it?
I hope so. Actually, they worked well against each other. That match was actually really good. I think Harwood was always
Dax or Dash.
What happened?
Dax did.
Dax is the bald one, right?
Yeah, Dax was Scott Dawson, and Cash Wheeler was Dash Wilder. Yeah, Dax won the match. I think Dax is the better of the two. I like Cash a lot, but I think Dax is the better talent.
What's the other guy's name now?
Cash Wheeler.
Cash Wheeler.
Cash, not Dash. Duh.
He was Dash. He was Dash Wilder.
I know he was Dash. Yeah, I know.
Dax Harwood was Scott Dawson. Apparently, yeah, I think Scott Dawson, Dax Harwood is the better of the two. I like both of them, but I think Dax Harwood has got the better promise to be a single than Cash Wheeler does.
Yeah.
They're both great, but I think Dax Harwood would do better as a single than
And I am having COVID brain, or I'm just getting old and forgetful, or something else is going on. Because Kyle O'Reilly, that's another guy who made it and Fish didn't.
But if you look at like both of their bodies of work, Kyle O'Reilly has hit the top of the mountain everywhere else. Where Fish didn't. In Ring of Honor, they were a tag team, but Kyle O'Reilly was a world champion in Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Fish wasn't. But then again, the thing is that Fish's age is working against him because he's like 10 years older than Kyle O'Reilly. He's like 45 already. The problem
2 years older than me, yeah.
He's 45 already. He's like 40. Yeah, so he's not like a young guy. Like
he's older than the guy who's about to become. He's younger than the guy who's about to become the champion if he does.
What happened?
CM Punk. Well, actually, no. Is he older than CM Punk?
No. Punk's 40.
Punk's my age.
Yeah, Punk's 43, 44.
Yeah, he's my age.
He's like 43, 44. No, Fish is older than Punk.
Yeah.
No, but Punk also made it at a younger age. Like Bobby Fish has been an indie guy forever. He's been working the indies for 20 years. He grinded on the indies for 20 years. He's always been that indie guy.
How fucked up is it, by the way, that hey, Dustin, your brother is gonna get more titles than you are. You were, how fucked up is that like Dustin Rhodes was an Intercontinental champion. That's but and a tag team champion. And maybe a United States champion at WCW or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
And a hardcore champion, maybe.
No, yeah, he was hardcore.
But he was.
But how fucked up is it? Yeah, just Dustin, you're a legend, but you're never going to get the top. I want to see him either become Ring of Honor or AEW champion just because. Why the fuck not?
Because he's up there in age 2, and he's at that point in his career, he's probably not going to carry that title.
Right.
When guys hit those ages, it's not about the world title anymore. That's why Minoru Suzuki will never be a world champion.
Tell that to Tim Storm.
Well, why? Why did Tim Storm win it?
NWA.
No, he won the NWA title.
But was that recent or was that years ago?
That was like 2017. He was
the
the
guy
guy oldest beat
called
for his first ring.
What
For his
happened?
first ring. He was the guy oldest beat for his first ring.
First, yeah.
Cody was the second, and Tim Storm was first.
Yeah, he beat Tim Storm, then he beat Rhodes after Rhodes beat him. And
And then he lost to Trevor.
yeah, exactly. And
Trevor
maybe
Murdoch was a good champion for NWA. I actually liked him with that title.
Yeah, he was. No, I agree. He was.
No, he didn't because they gave it to Cardona, who's a really great heel champion.
Yeah, he should honestly. Well, he should be the one to beat Josh.
He should. I hope he
Should be
does.
him.
They're never going to give him the world title in Impact, though. I feel
if they know what he's been doing, yeah, they will.
I hope so. I'll tell you what, guys. If Cardona wins the Impact World Title, I'll start watching Impact again.
All right.
That's what it would take for me to watch Impact and follow it. Okay.
It would be great for Cardona.
I agree, and I think Cardona's the kind of guy that could make Impact great again. Not that Impact was ever really all that great, but you know what I mean.
Pipe down, hater.
When was Impact or TNA really off the charts ever?
Without Moose, who else would be a better?
Oh, Moose is garbage too.
Rod, who is the next contender, Rod? Because I missed it last week.
I mean, we could see Josh versus Eddie.
Oh, true. Eddie Edwards, a former title.
Eddie Edwards is awesome. Okay, Eddie Edwards is another good guy in Impact. Too bad he's stuck on there. He should be teaming with Davey Richards on the Indies or in a better promotion. You know why Davey Richards is better than Eddie Edwards? Because Davey Richards is not an Impact exclusive guy where Edwards.
Oh my god.
He was.
You truly are such a hater.
How much you talking about?
He was a TNA champion. And they had a big feud, the two of them, after he cost Richards the
yeah, Edwards was trying to get Lashley. I remember that.
I love Davey Richards. He's so much better than Eddie Edwards, though.
Well, oh, you know what was funny? I don't know if you caught it. I think it was on AEW. Was it NXT or AEW where they talked about the promo, about the Steiner's Math promo recently? It was last night or.
What was it?
Taz said it. It was on Dark when Taz made a comment about something about numbers don't lie.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it
I heard that.
Lie, Steiner?
Yeah.
Is it number? Yeah, he said this is the venue where this is the arena where numbers don't lie was filmed.
Right.
And that's Steiner Math, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, didn't Scott Steiner, and I did hear us in an interview, Scott Steiner said that he would never be in Fitz's Hall of Fame because the Hall of Fame's in Fitz's head. Steiner's words. And, who
they all wind up there.
Yeah, It's just funny.
Well, I just like, one thing I do like about the WWE Hall, they recognize people not just for their WWE contributions, but guys for their WCW contributions too.
Because WWE owns WCW.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying,
Rod, stop defending this Fugazi Hall of Fame, please.
Oh my God.
You know what's great? You know I love the WWE Hall of Fame?
What?
Because the most deserving wrestler of all time is in it.
Uh-oh.
Coco Beware.
Ha! You know what I like about the Hall of Fame?
You know what that career celebrated run that Coco Beware had in WWE?
Oh, yeah.
All those accolades
Sure,
that WWE that Coco Beware had. You know why he's in the Hall of Fame? For one reason. You know what his crowning achievement in WWE was? Pile Driver.
The what pile driver?
Remember that song? It sounds like an argument. It sounds just like a pile driver. That was his claim to fame in WWE. Name one other thing of note.
WWE Hall of Fame celebrity wings,
Greatest joke
ever, who destroyed. I'm gonna get political, but worst 4 years ever.
That's the real joke of the Hall of Fame. Is the fact that they have a celebrity wing, and Rod defends it like it's the greatest thing ever.
Oh my God.
Hey Rod, your favorite ever is in there. You know your ex-president. You love it.
Yeah.
Rod defends him being in there too. Because he shaved Vince's head bald at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they
Plus, in the 80s, you know how many times Trump wasn't? They had events in his closet. So yeah.
So he's defending it.
Oh, Rod, and you're like same thing with EOW. You're defending that too.
It's her league.
Are you on the wrong side of the party, dude?
What?
He's always on the wrong side of the party.
Oh my God.
He's still telling us all that Impact is actually a good show.
Because it is. You're just a hater.
He's always the one telling us that main event is actually worth watching.
Actually, it is. You're just a hater.
It's a good show.
Impact has good matches. He's just a hater.
But
Impact has horrible content at times, but they have good matches.
Their content is laughable.
But they have good matches.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, a lot of the times. Like other seasons was probably
like. It was a great thing, like we mentioned before, when Rod was having his technical problems. You know what is wonderful to watch? Young Rock. And who was on it last week? Colt Cabana as the Brooklyn Brawler.
Funny, yeah.
And Luke Hawx was on there, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah, he was. That's right.
Why isn't Luke Hawx getting traction anywhere else? He's in NWA, but
it's good. He gets to be there with. Maybe one day they'll be like the Mysterios, father son
tag team. Luke Hawx, by the way.
Well, I don't think he's competed since his concussion that he suffered at the last pay-per-view. So.
But how old is he? I'm asking you.
Oh, how old?
He's gotta be young.
There's a reason I'm asking you.
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly how old he is.
He has a 20 plus something year old. Isn't his son like 20?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like an old guy. That's all I'm saying.
Luke Hawx is 40.
Oh, and yeah, his son's like 20, isn't he? PJ Hawx?
PJ Hawx, let's find out.
His son is like 20.
Let's find out.
While he's looking it up, have you seen like Hook in his look? Like, I found pictures of Hook as a lacrosse player. That kid looks so normal until now.
Hook is badass.
He is now, yeah. But he looks so normal.
Right.
It's not like he looks like all messed outside of his hair. Outside of his hair, it's not like
he's 23. So Luke Hawx must have had him like right out of high school.
Had to have.
He's 23. So yeah, Luke Hawx had him young.
Yeah, he had to have.
Hook them while they're young.
That's another one.
Who?
If Hook is not the forget this. I'm not really a fan. I love Danhausen, but I think this is a bad pairing.
I don't think it is yet. I'm curious to see where it goes. I don't think it is yet.
The fans are behind it.
Has potential to be a
I
TN
mean, you already got the Hookhausen chance going.
true, but how crazy would it be if Hook got a title?
I hope he does.
And now with Ring of Honor, he's got a bunch of titles to choose from.
Yeah, we'll see what they do at Ring of Honor, though. I'm curious to see what. I'm waiting for this TV deal. Otherwise, I'm gonna just watch Rec.
Yeah,
And Tony Deppen and Josh Goodwood's old job out on Dark every week because I feel like Dark and Dark Elevation are just Ring of Honor light now.
Getting there, it's getting there. But how cool would it? How interesting would it
All
be?
the ex-Ring of Honor guys wrestle on Dark and Dark Elevation. All the XWE guys wrestle on Dynamite and Rampage.
The wrong person is the FTW champion.
I agree.
Ricky Starks should not be the FTW champion. Whose belt was it first?
Should be Hook.
Thank you.
But I think that's where it's going to go. I think Hook's going to turn on them and win it.
I think Hook's already been a good guy, though.
He's a babyface, but he's still technically Team Taz. So I think with time, you're going to see Hook go after him, and then Taz is going to babyface with Hook.
Yeah,
I think it's going to happen. And I think Hobbs and Starks will stay a team, but it won't be Team Taz anymore. Even though I do love Ricky Starks.
unless Jungle Boy wins it tonight.
What?
Unless Jungle Boy wins it tonight.
Jungle Boy is not going to win it tonight.
You never know.
Oh, what are we giving him? The Luke Perry sun push?
No.
He's actually earning his pushes.
I'm
Like,
kidding. I love Luke Perry. I'm kidding.
There's only one person who is doing things that Jungle Boy said from day one. He did not want to be Luke Perry's son.
I know.
Right?
That's why I was kidding. That was a joke of it. I know.
No, but there is one person who's fucking that up for him.
I know.
And he's the same guy who doesn't know what TV show or company he works.
Here we go.
Oh, you mean your boy Jim Ross?
Jim Ross is the only one who calls him Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Because Jim Ross is old and out of touch and does not keep up the way he needs to.
Jack, yeah, he always said, like he told because Luke Perry said this in interviews, when they asked him about his son, that he would not talk about his son's wrestling because he doesn't want his son, specifically Jack Perry said, I don't want to be, known for being his son. I want to be known
as being Jungle Boy.
My own.
Yeah.
And Ross is not respecting that shit.
No, because he doesn't get it.
But then again, I guess, with Luke Perry being deceased, it's kind of an honor in a way.
It is. It is. Speaking of AEW, which is going to be on in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so because
I was thinking, I know I went to SmackDown on Friday. I was still considering going tonight, some way, somehow, but I realized I wouldn't have been able to have gone anyway because of freaking COVID.
Yep.
All right, you two talk amongst yourself. I got to pee.
Oh my god.
Once he's back, I think we're pretty much at that cooling down point anyway.
Yeah.
I think we cut a lot. We touched on a lot.
Not bad for a first episode in like weeks.
Yeah. Well, we're all busy. Be grateful that me and Mr. RJ Show have the Rona and we're all around. Because after tomorrow, I'm back to normal.
Uh-huh.
I don't even, my congestion's gone. I don't have any symptoms. It's great.
Well, that's good.
I had literally no symptoms this week.
Oh, you know who else got the Rona too besides you two, right?
Who else?
Allie.
Allie has it?
Yep.
Damn, how's she feeling?
She's like it's like bronchitis basically right now to her.
Oh, shit, I gotta hit her up. Gotta say hey to her. Yeah, no, I'm on the mend. I mean, I was never really like behind it. Like one day I had a slight sore throat and like a slight headache, and then I was fine.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Jay.
Chuck. Rod, do you have TikTok?
No, not yet.
I'm doing a TikTok
Thinking of getting it.
minutes.
I might revamp my TikTok.
TikTok live AEW party. But it's funny because half of my TikTok friends are not wrestling fans. I only have a very small portion.
I feel like up until now, like I've used TikTok solely for a music thing, but I'm kind of revamping it because I think I might build off of it more, do some more wrestling stuff with it.
If you've seen any of my TikTok videos, I'm now doing like what I used to do, like bands of the weeks. I'm like now promoting bands on my TikTok.
I blame my niece and Shanice for getting me on TikTok. Half my TikToks are my niece dancing.
That's funny.
She stole my phone. She's like, I want to do TikToks on your account. I'm like, okay.
It's funny.
And I don't have the heart to delete them, so I'm not going to.
Well, you probably got a lot of hits though.
No, those don't get hits, sadly.
All right.
Good. She was like 7 at the time. She was like 7 or 8.
That's surprising.
Honestly, my best hit TikTok.
You guys aren't listening. I want to talk about something. Do you see my face?
No.
You don't?
Nope. You're off camera.
Oh man, because I want to read something. Damn it.
What do you want to discuss?
Well, hold on. So IWE Pro Wrestling out of Georgia.
Yeah.
But you can't see me.
I can see you now. You're good now. You're good. You're good.
All right.
You're good. Carry on.
Not Tina.
Carry on.
They're doing an event on the 14th. I believe it's at 6:30. It's in. They're based out of Georgia.
Nice.
And it's May 14th, 2020. And they're also going to be airing it on their TikTok channel.
Oh, wow.
IWE Pro Wrestling.
What is it called?
IWE Pro Wrestling.
IW, okay.
Intense, I believe, on the eyes for Intense.
Hey, can you guys see me?
Yeah, you're good. Jay's breaking up a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to read something. Intense, IP, what did I call it?
IWE?
IWE. I believe the eyes for Intense. See, I was trying to read what was going on in TikTok land.
Oh, okay. Because it was warbling for a second.
On the 14th, go to IWE's TikTok page. They're, again, a Georgia-based wrestling company.
Cool. I'll check them out. I'll follow them. For when I move down to Florida one day, and then I go to Wrestling Indies with you.
There's a Massachusetts-based one, too. I was watching that earlier because one of the guys in this dude Mike's room for TikTok is a indie dude, and
where in
I was
Massachusetts?
watching one of his matches. He's a big indie dude, like a big guy.
Oh wow, where in Massachusetts did he say?
I don't remember the promotion name. I was watching it earlier this morning.
Now I'm curious. I got a buddy in New Hampshire. Maybe I'll visit him. We'll go down and catch a Massachusetts indie because he's about an hour north of Boston.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know
Get
where.
him on here. My buddy Andrew. We should get him on here one day. You know what the coolest part about my buddy Andrew is? He has the same birthday as Rod.
I also want to get my buddy Sam on here because he was a ref and he ref.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's awesome. Happy birthday. You know, my buddy Sam refed a Brutus the Barber Beefcake match.
Oh, wow.
He refed a Jay Lethal match.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he was the dude I went to meet Damian Dragon with, the guy who trained Robert K.
Oh, wow.
So
I knew Robert K was a wrestler. I guess he's better than all of us.
Robert K.
Yeah, when he like out of high school, he trained to become a wrestler.
Trained.
What happened?
Back.
His back?
Yeah.
What is Robert K now? What's his like deal now?
Now he's a father too. He works.
What does he do for work?
I believe he's a manager of Vitamin World.
Good for him.
Get him on here.
I will one day.
We should get him on here. He'd get a kick out of this. He would get a kick out of me ribbing you, Rod.
Because you're a degenerate, that's why.
You find it hilarious because
I know you would because you're a degenerate.
I am not a degenerate. Shut up.
Oh, that's a lie.
Well, here's the thing. He I mean, even though he never really went past training, he's done it.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, he also was down there like when the Homicide and Loki were training people too. So he was there.
Wow.
I mean, I trained twice. I'll never say, and all I did was a front roll. I'll never say, you know, I was in the ring learning front rolls, hurting myself. So I don't know what, that was very short lived. That was like a 2-week thing, and I haven't been back since because of my my back and all that. So
If I was 15 years younger, I would have tried it.
if I was 15 years younger, I probably would have been able to.
I would have if I didn't join the military pretty
or
much months after
I couldn't even do a front row.
high school.
But I found music and I love that. And that makes up for the wrestling thing. I could be a fan and chat it with everybody for all day and all night and love it.
Seriously. I love being a wrestling fan. I love being, even I loved trying to see if I could cut it, but I know I couldn't.
I can't. I'm not athletic enough for it. I have the size and the build for it, but I don't have the athleticism for it.
Like if I was to get to wrestling, I'd be a great commentator. That's for sure.
I think I would too. I wanted to do that there, but I don't know. I had after I stopped showing up because my back and all these other personal things were going on.
Right.
So I don't know. I'd like to go back, at least see a show,
Sure.
talk to them, but
yeah.
But I will never say that I wrestled because I trained twice. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
and
true.
trained.
I would say either one of you would be good characters because RJ, you'd be a great heel just because you have that vibe. And Rod, you would be like that baby face because you would be too busy kissing babies and hugging the moms and stuff.
I wish I could have pursued it more, but that was my choice.
I feel like if I was a character in wrestling, I could probably work either angle. I would prefer to be a heel, but I could see me doing a baby face, like an anti-hero face.
I could see him doing that, or me, I'd be a good anti-hero and a bad guy, but point is, I'm never going to know because I couldn't hack it, and I'm admitting it. I'm not.
I wouldn't even try. You're better than me. You tried. I didn't even try.
What?
I never tried, so I can give you more credit than me because I never tried.
I tried, but I'm saying it. I'm not like a guy who's going to be like, oh, I was a part of this. No, I helped out. Yes, I helped out with the show, and I was willing to do whatever they needed, but I didn't go back because of my back.
Yeah.
And my head, because they kept saying you're rolling the wrong way. You're going to get a concussion, and
there's probably some truth to that. They wouldn't steer you the wrong way. They don't.
Yeah.
They're hard asses, but they don't want to see you get permanently injured either.
True. No, exactly. They were great.
I don't want to see people get hurt.
Saying right here and there that I'm not going to be one of those guys who was in a ring just doing one thing and barely being good at it, saying that I was a wrestler. I wasn't. I didn't even want to be. I wanted to be a manager. I was a guy trying to see if I could cut it and hack it.
Problem being the manager is you still got to be able to take a few bumps. That's the problem.
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't even get that far.
You know who couldn't take a bump for shit and his body shows for it? Jim Cornette. That guy couldn't take it. He was a good balance, but he couldn't.
Remember the scalpel match? His knees never recovered from that.
Well, actually, that wasn't his fault. That was Ray Traylor's fault.
My voice is going, so I'd like to stop.
Yeah, no, and also we're about done anyway, and plus Dynamite's gonna come on, so.
But I still like CCW is coming up with good angles. I want to go back and see more of what they're doing because they are a great company in Florida, and like I said, there are indies all over the place. In addition, that are just must sees. But yeah, like. CCW here, what I told you that I can't remember right now, was it IEW?
IWE.
IWE in Georgia. I just met them.
I'm going to follow them on TikTok today. I'm going to be their fan. Yeah. And I'm going to maybe rework my TikTok.
Post their links in the what's name so we can get them some followers and stuff. Post IWE's links in the what's name.
Yeah.
CCW. Because CCW, I'm telling you, there's so many good talent in CCW. And for a very short period of time, I got to be watching them to work and whatnot. not just from a fan point, from like a brief student point of view.
Got
And
it.
I'm glad I got that opportunity because these guys, they are so damn talented.
That's awesome.
And the first match is starting, so I'm gonna go now.
All right, guys,
Yeah,
let's
like 5
put a
minutes.
pin in this.
Never mind, hold on. That was not that. That was from another Dynamite. What time does it start?
8, so you got like 5 minutes.
We
pretty
got a few
much.
minutes.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 minutes left.
Yeah, but I think we should put a pin in it, gentlemen. We
Yeah,
covered a lot. We had a good conversation.
Yep.
It was good. I'm dubbing this the COVID episode.
You guys get better.
What
Thank
are we
you,
calling it? COVID Brothers?
the COVID
or
brothers.
COVID
We'll call it
Brain?
something.
Or Rod, you're next.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah,
Don't even
because
wish. Don't even
Before we
wish
put a pin,
that.
all joking aside with the whole COVID thing, like
all joking aside, I'm saying he's next, and I'll tell you why. Because apparently, when I was on TikTok with the stomach virus, a buddy of mine had similar symptoms later that night. So
Oh
I'm
my God.
just saying, maybe you
Ron,
could
I
get
have no
COVID
symptoms,
through the
so we're
internet.
fine.
Oh
Get
my
COVID
God.
through the internet. I'm joking.
No,
But, you
but all joking aside, I think everybody at some point is going to get COVID in some variants.
Yes,
It
I
might
mean,
be
Because, you know, new ones come out seem like every month, so.
either it'll be you'll get something like what RJ's got, where you're a little congested, a little coffee, or it'll be like me, where you get next to nothing.
but
you're
remember,
still-
Matter of fact, speaking of which, I got called to VA tomorrow and find out when I'm due for my next booster. I believe it's June 1st.
or you don't get it at all, and you're a very lucky person who doesn't get it, and that's awesome. But
I mean, that could be
I
that would be
avoided it for
phenomenal.
years, and look what happened.
I mean, I'm hoping, knock on wood,
I hope you don't get it.
that
Rod.
it
I hope no one gets it, but
Yeah.
I hope no one gets it. Correct.
if you get it, you get it. It's gonna happen, guys.
Yeah, man. I don't wish it upon anyone.
Me neither.
Right? No, I hear you.
Yeah, but I think it's time to put a pin in on that note. Everybody, it's been fun. We got a lot touched. We'll be back probably in a couple weeks with hopefully some new guests, some new faces. We'll get it going.
That would be.
We'll see what we can do.
All right.
Until then,
Boom Club for life.
Boom Club for life.
That's my new thing.
I like it. And on that, everybody, it was good times. It is just too sweet.